it seems premature to me to put these things in motion before we know.
Yeah, we don't either like forming an army and taking it to Liebenstock or whatever.
What if we say they were just bandits that were like humans and dwarves, and they didn't say where they were from, but insinuating it's not necessarily from Elenia Toth, so she's not like exploring.
She can connect the dots that she wants to connect.
Valentis pipes up. We could say that we killed all of them and they had no markings on them from where they were from. Maybe then she'll say, "Where's their head?" Or
right. You could say we buried them.
I mean, that's gross too. It's carrying heads. Is that
what does Lord Hans think about all this?
I think we should tell them it was. I think we could. I'm for telling them it was the Children's Rebellion. I don't want to see anybody killed either, but I wouldn't mind seeing the Children's Rebellion scatter into the woods. If we could get word back to the Children's Rebellion somehow that it was coming, we could tell them the truth.
Sounds like a Lord Hans idea to me.
What would your mother believe?
Based on my studies in politics and the like, there's a giant hawk over there, just took off from a tree. Based on my studies in politics and the like, I would say, and I think my tutor would say that we could cause an international event if we blame Liebenstock. I think Daphne is right. Like, she might have more questions if we just tell them that it was bandits and we killed them all. So I'm not sure. Una, what do you think?
What if we say it's the Children's Rebellion?
What does Una think?
I think, like, with the going with the truth, we had that altercation when we met Hans, where we actually killed people, so we could just say it all went down there.
This is true and simple.
There's bodies. There was an event. We could probably put a spin on it that made Hans look good because he wanted to take credit.
Maybe they were like a rogue pocket of the Children's Rebellion.
Found them.
The orc woman has the right of it.
You distracted them.
This is the perfect solution. She has the right of it.
I think, but the key is, I think, to Valentis' point earlier, is that Finn, that you should have an angle that's like, I feel safe with these people. I could get kidnapped again. I need these people around me.
We will practice some phrases and you will say them over and over until we get them.
Like, I need these people.
Are we saying the attackers were a splinter group of the Children's Rebellion?
Yes.
I don't want to say it was anybody because I'm no diplomat now, but I feel like if we're like, oh, it was the Children's Rebellion, then she's going to have her guard up thinking that the Children's Rebellion is going to attack her. She's going to think, I don't think we should blame.
But if it is a splinter cell, you know, and we take care of the splinter cell, then...
Finn gets this really creative look on his face, and he's like, so we don't want, and he's talking in a British accent, by the way. And he's like, so we don't want to draw attention to Liebenstock, we don't want to draw attention to the Children's Rebellion. What if we say, Valentis, I seem to remember you what if we say it was a green hag that lived in the woods who infected the minds of some bandits, and we killed the bandits and her, or you killed the bandits and her and saved me. What do you think of that?
And we didn't bring any heads back because there was a big bear.
Would
we had to split it.
Would we know enough collectively about hags to be able to like convincingly talk it? Like, I don't know if I've ever seen a hag.
Valentis told him about like how there's supposed to be hags like off in the eastern coast of the country.
He talked to me for hours and hours, so I can.
There was certainly a hag involved.
And that's kind of close to the truth.
But I think the simpler we keep our story, the better. Especially since every detail we tell will talk about leading closer to this encampment of the Children's Rebellion that I'm sure the Queen knows about.
That's why I think we keep it to the battle we did have. We followed the tracks. We found him in this road by the broken down carts.
Yes.
With the hag. There was a fight.
And
we killed people.
What was I doing there? I was running away from the Children's Rebellion, which happens to be encamped nearby, with my friend,
Una, Finn explains to you that a hag is actually a non-human creature, like it's like a monster of sorts. It's your stereotype of a witch, but it's not human. It's like a mind control creature that lives in a cave. Yeah. All right, so there are more questions for us to answer. So let's take a quick vote. Will we say if it's the Children's Rebellion, it's Liebenstag, or it's a group of bandits that we don't know where they came from? Unless you like this green hag idea.
I'm inclined towards the group of bandits.
I'm going to reluctantly say group of bandits because, as Handsome says, I don't need to see the encampment raided and those kids killed. I would simply like to see them dispersed and humiliated.
The nice thing about them being unidentified now is perhaps you find evidence later.
Yes, the Queen can draw her own conclusions about a group of bandits, group of armed men patrolling woods that are near the Children's Rebellion.
So Valentis says, great, okay, it sounds like we're decided. Now, how are we going to explain this man and why he's with us and how he helped us?
I was fleeing the nearby Children's Rebellion.
Right, and helped in the fight, helped, they were very useful in the liberation of the Dauphin.
Mm-hmm. All right. So then the prince asks you all, so I know I made this suggestion of us infiltrating from the inside and figuring out whether my mother is evil or not and everything, but how the heck should we actually do that?
How comfortable are you with a little dissimulation?
I'm better at it than you think. I'm sorry I reacted poorly to the invisible screaming voice, but I think I can keep a straight face. Valentis looks a little bit more uncomfortable about this.
How am I feeling about the prince's ability to have a silver tongue and Deceive?
Roll insight.
I know what I think.
Don't even need it.
14.
You think he's probably like a 6.8 out of 10.
Can I message the prince? So do you think you'll do a good job, huh?
He just kind of looks at you and then winks.
Cool is a cute.
Yeah.
To show you that he is not gonna shout out when he hears invisible voices. So Finn says, I do think we need to come up with a plan. One important thing. Well, Valentis, you know more about the succession than me. Valentis is like, oh, thank you, Finn. As you know, in succession, war-driven succession or political succession or otherwise, generally it's best to have all the noble houses on one side. And if we replace the queen and the nobles aren't behind it, then we'll be in trouble. So I'm wondering if maybe our plan should be to try to garner favor with each of the noble houses. I don't know how much we should tell them about what we know, but if we can get all the noble houses on our side, it might be easier to make this change. Then Finn pipes up and he's like, but we still don't know if she's actually, maybe she was trimming their toenails. I don't know what she was doing. We still don't know. And Valentis is like, I think you know that something bad's going on. And Finn's like, well, we need proof. How should we find the proof?
Well, I think being in the palace and talking to the queen and talking to the people around the queen is a good start. I mean, what other leads, Finn, would you suggest? Can we look into this basement where she was wielding a sacrificial knife?
We could do that. Hopefully.
If only someone in our group could turn into something very, very small and go. But we don't have anyone like that.
That's unfortunate.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, I could do that.
Really?
Yeah. thing.
Una is slightly concerned, if I may speak in the third person.
Please.
Melinda had mentioned that the queen, as we experienced her with her fight, her like fleeing and help, and these dark things, it seems like something's happened to her. So rather than jumping necessarily to the let's overthrow the queen willy-nilly, I am in support of investigating.
Yes.
Like, could she be possessed? Is something
There are
controlling her?
There are rumors that they are a monster in Liebenstadt, that they look like somebody else, doppel or something.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah, Liebenstadt, terrible place.
Because I'm a little concerned.
No, I agree. I think that is why we are going back now, is to get the lay of the land, so to speak.
Yeah. Just meaning that, yeah, I would definitely vote in the investigation, trying to figure out what's going on before wandering around to those houses and trying to unite people in an overthrow of
Absolutely not.
Great idea.
And meta moment, careful player, because anything you say becomes canon
Yeah.
the moment you say it.
Sure. Have fun with
the
All right. So, by the way, while you've been talking about this, 6 hours has passed. You've been walking south through the forest. So you get up at 6, and now it's noon, and you're about halfway through the forest as you're talking.
I was serious about making the prince practice. Not to where it becomes rote, but he's not going to freeze.
All right.
And
Make him practice.
We're saying we're Prince's bodyguards. Is that what we said?
Or that we rescued him.
We rescued him and he feels more comfortable with us.
He's just comfortable with
Well,
us.
maybe it's that, or maybe the thing that we could propose to the queen, if we are saying like we rescued him but we don't know who the people are, is that maybe we could propose that it's in his like that our investigations could continue to try to figure out who it was that kidnapped him and why.
The queen sent 3 of you to rescue the prince.
Well, there were more of us.
There were more, but
She didn't send me. It's a long story and very complicated.
we got 6 hours of walking.
Another like hour has passed, but it does seem like an interesting question. Like, what can the prince tell the queen to like keep you at court? Of course, you don't know what the queen is going to say when you get there.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe she wants to keep you at court, but
He's like, please, mommy, please, can't I keep a retinue? You know, he likes us a lot. He's like, if I ever leave the castle again, I need protection.
Finn says I was kidnapped from my bedroom out the window in the middle of the night. Perhaps I've bonded with you and I need my own private guard.
And she certainly didn't trust the guards when we were there.
No.
So I'd say that's a good shot.
To exploit.
Valentis says I like this idea.
I'll go with the team. I was not there when the queen was talking to us. I'll have to trust her judgment. Have something to kill.
So now it's like 4 o'clock. You've made it to the southern end of the woods, and now you're getting out into the plains that are on the other side of the woods. Ahead of you is the stretch of farmland that surrounds the city. As you know, the city is very populated. In order to feed everyone, they have farms all around it, and some of you walked through those farmlands on your way out. So you're in the plains now, and it's around 4 o'clock ish. Are there other particulars that we should get straight before we get there?
Perhaps. But they're slipping my mind.
Whose raven is this?
Yes,
Well,
what is this bird?
He belongs to no one.
Oh.
But we are friendly.
Do we think the bird... You didn't bring the bird with you.
No, but I have reason to believe that he's unweaponed.
The bird didn't come from the queen.
No, I think more... Are you familiar with the teachings of Tactilius? Or...
Am I familiar with the teachings of Texas?
Like 20%.
Right.
I've heard
If
the
you'll
name. I've read.
remember.
This is what you know about Tactilius. You know that he's the god of ambition, and you know that the temple of Tactilius in Gazul is full of gold and marble, and you have to pay to join the church and pay to rise in the church. But you also know that they're very involved in politics.
And I've heard talk of them around the house, but what I'm not sure of the actual teachings is I've never paid the subscription fee.
Well,
to
that
go to
is
seminar.
that is the roommate, so to speak. But it is a bit of a long story, but the things that you've been able to see me do on the battlefield, I owe to Tactilius.
And Tactilius told you about the bird?
Well, you know, the bird is like his. I don't want to say familiar.
I see.
But
So you trust the bird?
I trust the bird implicitly.
All right. That's enough for me.
You want to like talk to the bird? Or...
You know, if you had something to say. feel
Tim, roll insight on the bird. Lord Hans. Apologies.
Elderly eyeballs. Thank you. Who's Tim? That's a 21.
The bird looks very trustworthy. It it hops around. It looks cute and friendly.
Come here, little friend.
The bird does not obey you, but he takes a couple hops closer to you.
I'm gonna throw him a crumb of bread from my pack.
The raven snaps up the crumb of bread and sort of flutters up and down a little bit and looks kind of happy, bops around, and then
Enjoy, a fine fellow,
he goes back over towards Daphne.
a handsome creature.
But
So another couple hours have passed. You're on the outskirts of the farmland now.
Point
6 o'clock.
thing. Just in terms of clarifying, maybe we can do a little bit more work on this part of the story since you're new.
Oh, yes.
the plus one.
In the escaping from the children's rebellion, I would be a little concerned that the queen might drill in to want to know about where you were and where they had you, and
I'll gladly.
that it's not the fortress.
Maybe we were friends?
I'll gladly tell her.
Oh, what?
No, I mean, my thinking is I'd rather you didn't, say like I was captured in a fortress in the middle of the woods and this is
Oh
where
no,
it
well I
is.
wasn't captured in the fort. I lived in the fortress voluntarily for weeks.
Does she know about the fortress?
The queen?
Presumably.
Yeah. Does she know where their stronghold is out in the forest?
I don't know what my mother knows about it. She's never mentioned it. I heard about it through rumors on the streets because I like to sneak out of the castle and pretend to be a commoner. But Dungeon Master, none of you had heard of it beforehand.
Okay. So.
I
Alright.
think we'll tell her it's a commune in the woods, which is what it is.
All right.
It's a bunch of youth that have some particular ideas but don't seem to mean anybody any harm. I just found them stuffy, and I was led there by my heart, and my heart broke.
And how did you get there?
I mean, we could just say we like met on the road.
Where were you coming from?
Barboos, obviously.
I've heard good things about this place.
It's okay.
Yes. Sure.
I thought that everyone who lived in Barbados was like a cat.
Oh no, the cats run things.
Ah.
We do all the work.
Classic cats.
Classic cats.
Yes, and I think we might as well. I think as close to the truth as we can say, as somebody that's an accomplished liar. As long as close to the truth as we can
This
say,
is what I said before.
the less we'll screw up.
Yes.
All right.
So because of your careful planning, you will be getting a bonus to some of your
Hell yeah.
persuasion checks and stuff.
Nice.
So you're continuing walking down the road, and you're walking through the outskirts of the farmland, and as you pass the area that Una recalls starting a riot by throwing gold coins to everyone around her,
joyful riot.
Riot.
As you pass that area, you notice a lot of burned down buildings.
Well then, I'll ask what.
But I don't.
Anyone knows what happened here?
It's terrible. These poor people. Something off. Some monster must have harmed these innocent people.
A monster destroyed these buildings.
We were here before. It looked fine.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
So it happened recently.
Guess so. After we left.
So you're saying we should be on the guard for a monster that's destroying buildings?
Well, the people were real riled up when we were here the last time. There was a
Finn asks why.
well, there was a dispute over wages, and the landlord wasn't paying the workers, and then the workers stole from the landlord, and then I was trying to figure out a way to settle it, and so pretty much it just helicoptered all the money all over the place, and everybody got some.
What's a
Wait,
helicopter?
what? What now?
It's a boat term we use.
We're all doing a little bit lazier role playing. I'm talking in a British accent, I swear.
It's a boat thing,
Best behavior for David.
I just swirled it, I swirled it, and everybody seemed really excited when I left. But
So you threw gold to the peasants,
yeah,
and they ignited their own homes?
no, I don't know what happened after. They were just in a flurry of gold when we left.
That's life changing. I'm not surprised that it changed it.
Well, I was just trying to redistribute the wealth.
Purchased themselves some nice new torches.
So you're walking. You walk through that burned down area, and you go the effects of Una's populism, and you.
Walking more towards the back of the group.
Yeah. So you walk through that area, and you end up in sort of a more empty area that's just a lot of like farmers' fields and stuff. Look at my picture. So you're walking. Oh yeah. Okay. So put yourselves on the road in the order that you'd be walking in, sort of like
Towards the back.
further up though, the front of the line.
Is Hanson in the
further up.
front because he was sort of leading, but
You guys can decide what order you're walking in. I mean, you've been walking in for hours. So.
It's up ahead, tasting the dirt as you go.
Yeah. You gotta taste the dirt every so often just to make sure you're going the right
that
way.
way?
You want to be a little bit further up, a little bit further towards Daphne.
You're going to have what's his tits taking the rear guard here?
sure, I can be more towards the front.
Let's see.
Well, I'm not. Yeah. I'd be close enough to talk to people. I'm not gonna be.
Right.
But we're all,
Oh, I know.
Don't worry, guys. I'll lead the way on this road.
Does Daphne have a beak?
I was given a plague doctor name.
Minnie is
So,
wearing a plague
Perhaps
mask.
in battle, but not.
In spirit, but not.
Yes, exactly. But not in physicality.
Yeah, so you go through that area and you pass through an area that's a lot of farmers' fields. There's like some dilapidated barns and stuff, like piece of a half-finished fence, but mostly it's farm fields. You're in this area, and I forgot to mention that overnight, 3 times, overnight while you were sleeping in the children's camp, there was a big rain, and then it wasn't raining in the morning when you got up, but things have been sort of wet while you're walking through. So you're in this field, and there's like mud puddles and watery shit, and farms and stuff. So there are also like random crappy ratty scarecrows that are meant to keep people away from the corn, and so you're walking, And all of a sudden, on each side of you, 2 scarecrows spring to life. They have like gaping holes for eyes that seem to descend to the very depths of hell, and like a big open mouth as they sort of like lift their claws up. All of a sudden these scarecrows have claws, and they're on either side of the road.
Is this normal for y'all?
This is new.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that a yellow road?
This is there's a
feel free to
Metallic
pass the
map.
scarecrow mini
Oh,
around
that's
so you can see what you're being attacked by.
So sweet, Lord.
Yeah, and you guys know that you live in a pretty civilized country. Like, so far you players have only fought against humans, except for those pesky leaf worms, and most of the monsters have been cleared out of this country by humans who have lived here for hundreds of years. But yeah, place it 5 feet back from them. Yeah. So as you're walking, there's this like shriek as these scarecrows come alive, and then the mud puddles of the field suddenly take form and ooze up out of the ground into some strange creatures that appear to be entirely made of mud with little vestigial wings.
You still have some gold left.
Some what?
Toxic.
Oh yeah.
You guys need money?
You doubt
They knew it.
And this, what are we doing?
you doubt that a living mud puddle or a scarecrow cares much for gold. So the mud puddles spring to life, as do these screaming, horrific scarecrows, and roll for initiative. Lord Hans, what'd you get?
2.
Okay, hang on.
You got a modifier?
What's that?
Yeah, no.
Modifier?
I don't
For
know.
your decks?
I don't. No, I don't. 13 decks.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I'll go
good.
+1.
Oh, do I?
Yep. See, that's why I told you to write your modifiers on your sheet. Michael,
Oh, +1. I'm sorry.
will
Yeah,
you make
I-
sure he has his
Yeah,
pluses
sure.
written in on
That
his
should have
sheet?
made a big
I
difference.
got
It's
it.
on
yeah.
there.
It is? Okay.
3.
Okay. Una, what's your init?
5.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter right now because you guys are surprised anyway, but yeah, it makes it pretty bad.
So much for my danger sense.
Daphne, what's your initiative? 19.
Ooh, someone's been paying attention.
Okay. You put the raven on there too, right? The raven's walking with you. Is he there? Okay, he's there.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you
All
meant,
right,
like, he doesn't have his own initiative, right?
Got the
Yeah, the raven's initiative is pretty low. He has his own initiative in my world.
Oh, nice.
I'm sure Michael would tell me to, but he's not the DM anymore.
Never was.
Daphne, you just told me it's 19. Okay, Finn also has a terrible initiative.
Guys,
He's
It's on you, Daph.
He's a teenager.
my back
Teenagers
hurts
don't
from
have
carrying everyone.
Yeah, it's true.
Initiative.
It's like reading accounts. But
I got 12.
All right, good times. Let the good times roll. No peeking.
3 mud guys.
Did you get my initiative?
Hang on.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be slow because I'm only one person.
All good.
I'm checking Finn's dexterity right now. Well, that helps a lot. Let's see, where did I put him? Finn, where'd you go? Okay, that's good. That's better than half of you, because y'all be rolling by Ed. All right, Daphne, your initiative, you told me.
19.
Okay, so Scarecrow. Oh. You guys are fucked. Scarecrow's got a 16 initiative.
That is some cool sonic audio stuff you got going on over there, Jim.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, the rumbling in the background.
Oh, yeah. I'm all about
All
the...
planned.
It's very atmospheric.
Yeah, well, you know, scarecrows are jumping out of the ground. Mud puddles are jumping out of the ground. So that's Scarecrow 1. Scarecrow 2. Not an amazing initiative on Scarecrow 2, so that's nice for you all.
Someone's giving the dirt taster the side eye.
You didn't see this coming.
Okay, Valentis. Valentis has a bad initiative.
You're like, no, I tasted that. I just figured that was.
I thought that's normal for this area.
It's the plant guy.
A bunch of weirdos.
Alright, who hasn't told me their initiative? What's
Yeah,
your initiative? Oh, that's good. That's pretty good. Initiative 12. Alright, so everybody else has been initiatified?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Mud creatures. Oh shit. Oh, it's a good thing they have -1 to their dex. So they'll get to go after Daphne. They rolled a 20.
They will wait.
Don't worry, you got this, Daphne.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Alright. Daphne, HP 17, AC 16.
Yes.
Handsome, HP 13. What's your HP?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm the exact same thing.
17?
17 and 16.
Is your name Handsome or Hassam?
Awesome.
Hassam, okay. HP 17, AC 16. Una, HP 27, AC 13.
Yep.
Lord Hans, HP 9, AC 11.
Correct.
Okay. So, these guys jump out of the ground. The mud people jump out of the ground. These scarecrows come to life, and you all are surprised. So these scarecrows are about to fuck with you. Scarecrow, the scarecrow on the left, as I was sort of inferring a little earlier, will you move the light a little closer to the playboard? Yeah, that one I need to read with, but it's good for the picture. So the scarecrow on the left, it goes and like a very loud scream that can be heard all around, and you almost feel like a portal to hell opens up as its mouth does that, and it's pretty fucking scary. Everybody except Valentis, roll a wisdom save and tell me what you get.
Yeah. 23, baby.
Okay, hold on. Okay, you're safe.
Yeah.
Is this a frightening effect? Because I have bravery.
Just let me know what your wisdom save is, but tell me about bravery.
If it's if it's a frightened saving throw, I get advantage.
Okay, well, let me know what you got.
Without advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. 22.
Sorry, you should roll again for advantage. You're safe either way. Who else?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You're safe.
I got an 8.
You got an 8?
I am not wise.
Well, it's good enough to save from one horrible thing.
Yay.
You are officially frightened, my friend.
Oh, man.
Welcome to Frightened. So,
Yeah.
A ring.
I get a ring.
First ring on the board!
will you put it under your person? So frightened means that you cannot move towards the object of your fear, and
Attack it. You have disadvantage.
And
if it's anything, if you can see it, you have a disadvantage.
if you can see the thing that scared you, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. And this fear will last for 2 of that Scarecrow's turns.
Clarifying question.
Want to help me remember after two of its turns?
2 of its turns.
Uh-huh.
And is it
After this one.
only this one? Or so
It's
I'm
that one.
not scared of that one?
It's that one. You can still move towards that one and attack that one.
Okay.
Did everybody give me a roll?
Yeah.
Well, you get out of that one pretty well. That's good. Unfortunately, the other Scarecrow does the same thing.
Do you need to do Finn or Bird?
Finn. Just Finn. Finn is fucked. What was it? A wisdom? 2 plus 3. Okay, Finn is unfortunately paralyzed.
Ooh.
Finn rolled terribly,
Uh-oh.
and he is paralyzed.
That's not good.
Yep.
Scarecrow's a moron.
Help me remember when to unparalyze him, please. It's 2 Scarecrow's turns after this one.
Okay.
All right, so Finn is paralyzed. The other Scarecrow also does the same thing. Just this horrible scream from the middle of the earth. It sounds like glass shattering. It sounds like 12 different beasts mixed in one. And it's scary as fuck. Everybody do another wisdom save and tell me what you got.
15.
22.
18.
Hang on, guys. Hang on.
This is the party I wanted to be a part of.
Where the fuck was... Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong page. Okay, tell me again.
15.
18.
22.
17.
All right, you're all safe from those scarecrows. Okay, so the these little creatures that almost look like some kind of misbegotten fairies made out of mud, they also want to fuck with you. Just take a note for myself. You should use the off. Use the off. So let's see. So the mud creatures step. This guy steps over. Let's see. Where is he? He's got. Oh, slow speed because he's made out of mud. 5, 10, 15. That's good. All right, fine. So this mud creature steps up there and just erupts with this like thick, huge cone of vomit of mud, spewing in a 15-foot cone, which includes these 3 players. And the mud is laced with sharp rocks as well. So those 3 players do a dexterity save, please.
Oh, boy. 8.
I don't think you're in it.
No, you're not in it.
Oh, I'm not.
No.
Yeah, no, we're just...
Oh,
Natural 20.
Great. Finn is one of them, but he's already paralyzed, so
Yeah, I don't think you get it wrong.
he gets a roll.
On a
Oh,
paralyzed?
he just automatically
Yeah, I
fails?
think he
Okay, great.
automatically
unnatural 20.
Okay, great. So Finn automatically fails. So Finn takes some damage from the rocks.
Secretly chuckling.
I guess this is where we lose the prince, and we have a different mission.
yeah. We're gonna have to work on that story.
Finn takes a good, the most damage a person could take from muddy rocks, and he
looks so innocent.
he becomes restrained on top of being paralyzed. It kind of doesn't matter because both effects wear off at the same time. But
That's funny.
there he is.
Double range.
Fucking dork.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hate him. I hate him.
Does your character say any of this out loud?
No.
Okay.
Probably pretty easy to read.
Yeah, you just see him smiling a lot the whole time.
5, 10, 15, 20. So this guy steps up there, and he blows his 15-foot cloud on the front 3. So druid, cleric, barbarian, slowly tell me your dexterity save.
13.
You're safe.
17 as well.
You're safe. You're all safe. So good for you. And then this mud creature, you know, he can't get over here to blow shit at you fast enough. So he goes 5, 10, 15, 20. Does he have reach to hit Valentis?
You could kill Finn. with another blow.
No. This guy's just gonna wait. Okay, so y'all have been surprised and attacked, and now we go to the top of the order with Daphne. What will you do?
Great. She puts up her hands and like these green, like almost strands of some, you know, magical energy go towards the 3 mud creatures, and they need to make a DC 14 charisma save.
Yes. When I was pretending to be you last night, that is the first thing I did.
Hey.
I know you love Bane.
I do right now. Most of my other stuff is not very good against mud.
Bane. So what's the DC?
14.
Okay. And you're casting it on which ones?
The 3 mud guys.
Okay. Fail. It's, what did you say?
14.
14. Pass. So 2 fails.
Cool.
We'll do one on the guy that's near you,
Sure.
just to be nice. Can you return Hasum to where he was, please?
Thank you.
Now, just to be nice, we'll do it on the other one that's near you. All right. Okay.
Okay, so I know most of the stuff we've been having to save, but if they did decide to do an attack roll, or if they have to make a saving
Yes, 1d4.
throw, yeah, exactly.
You'll remind me when I do it too.
Great.
Okay, so you've cast it on those 2.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, that is what I have right now.
Okay, very good. Now it is the mud creature's turn again because everyone's initiative was so bad.
Oh, no.
So let's see.
I would say a 20 is actually very good.
Who?
The mud people. They rolled
Oh
a
yeah,
20.
the mud people. Yeah. Okay, they're people too. You're right. All right, let's see here. Okay. So that guy's been baned.
He's been burned.
Let's see. So Una is frightened. All right, mud person is going to go up to Daphne. Oh, it's not a smart move. What is it? Well, they're not smart.
It's mud, yeah.
They're not smart. He just cast something on you. Just cast something on her, so he'll make a dumb move.
Okay.
So he's going to try to hit you.
Okay.
Do I subtract from the to hit or just the damage?
To hit, not from the damage.
Okay. I'm rolling the d4.
Yeah.
And what's your AC?
16.
Okay, so it misses. So the mud guy, he just tries to pound on you with his fists, and he totally misses and sucks at it. This mud guy over here, he's going to walk up to Lord Hans. Okay, where the fuck? Okay, mud 3. This guy in the back, he's going to step up to Valentis and attack him. And Valentis, he hits him.
Oh, no.
And
Hey, it's not us.
and he does not very much damage with his gross, wet, muddy fist.
Even better.
But Valentis is a lower level than you guys. He's not very strong for an old veteran. All right, it's the Mephit. The mud creatures have gone, and now it's the Scarecrow's turn. Okay. Why do you want me to kill the prince so bad?
No, it's just funny.
No, that's good. Everybody's just piling on.
Because he's paralyzed,
Yeah.
it's an automatic crit if they hit him.
Yeah,
So it's just funny.
but
He's a vulnerable.
But bad for the story.
Oh yeah, it's terrible
Well,
for the
and they're
story.
also not smart, so they, you know.
Right.
yeah. Well, I'll put it this way: I didn't have him not attack the prince because I'm trying to preserve the prince. I had him attack the prince for my own reasons.
Sure.
So, Scarecrow. What is that die that's by the Scarecrow?
2, because you said you wanted 2 rounds.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it should go to 1 now for all of them. The Scarecrow 1. Yeah, that's Scarecrow 1. All right, so Scarecrow 1 is going to do, let's see. All right, Lord Hans, make a wisdom saving throw.
Come on, baby. Ugh.
Well,
Yeah, it's a 7.
So the Scarecrow looks at you, at Lord Hans, and he just locks eyes with you. And his eyes, like, disappear into giant pits. And you feel yourself being sucked into his face. And it's the scariest thing that you've ever seen. You are frightened.
All right.
So you must, you cannot move towards him, and you have disadvantage on attacks towards him. Then...
And from beneath the mud, you hear the prince laughing. Luckily,
the Scarecrow steps up and makes an attack on Una. And your status is frightened, right?
I am.
Okay. So the Scarecrow misses. And now it's the other Scarecrow's turn. That Scarecrow is going to try to hit Una. And what's your AC? 13?
Yeah.
That's 1 hit and 1 miss. And the Scarecrow does, ooh, yes. Very good. The Scarecrow does 5 damage to you. You are not raging yet.
No, I'm not.
So where is your name? Here you are. Okay. Sorry about being rude, guys.
Good.
I didn't even notice.
I find this very fun, and I've been looking forward to this for friggin' 1 week, because I only made this up a week ago. All right, so Hassam, it's your turn.
All right. Well, as you probably predicted, he's gonna run up and turn into a brown bear.
Yeah.
whoa! Reveals his true nature.
No.
Nope, I was just casting spells as you.
Oh, okay.
I always forget about wild
I
shape.
heard you've had encounters with bears in the past.
And he's gonna try to attack this
The earth sign persuasion.
right.
Scarecrow. So bite. That's a 23 to hit, which I assume is.
Can I take a picture of the stat block?
Yeah.
Brown bear. Okay, thanks.
So that is 6 piercing damage.
All right, you hit, and which one is it? Which Scarecrow?
That
one?
Scarecrow right next to him. Scarecrow number 2.
Okay, you notice that your claws seem to have less effect on it than you would like.
Well, that's what I got. And then I'll bite. Does a 13 hit?
On the Scarecrow, on the same one?
Yeah.
It does.
Sweet. 7 plus 4, 11 damage.
That's a lot. Okay, so you also notice that has less damage than you would like,
Yep.
but still a pretty good hit. All right, the Raven's turn.
Yeah, Raven, fuck him up.
The Raven flies away.
He's like.
Put him behind this fence over here. The raven flies over there and he yells out encouragement to you all.
Thanks for the bread.
I hope you survive this battle so I can get more bread.
Oh, that reminds me, I have some.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah.
I have some more appropriate music.
Ooh, battle music.
Ah! All right, so let's see. So the raven went. Now it's and the raven's just going to be out of the battle unless somebody goes over there. Finn is really fucking fucked up right now. So well, at least he's down to one more turn like that. Now it's Valentis's turn. Valentis is going to, of course, turn around and attack this mud Mephit that's back here. Oops, I said the name twice now. So he...
Mud people?
They're mud puddles that have come to life. That's all you know. So the Valentis, let's see. Come on, Valentis, have a good plus on your to hit. Yeah, Valentis hits. Valentis, he's got half a foot, but he's got twice the heart. Yes, and where's my... Yes, there it is. Oh, wow! Valentis does a lot of damage to the mud creature, and that is mud creature number 3. So Valentis leaps forward with his rapier and pierces right through the mud creature, and a big chunk of mud like sort of blasts off the back from the stab and lays there on the ground. So now it's like got a hole in it. Una, your turn.
All right. First things first, I would like to rage. That would be...
You are raging. I have a little circle for that, but I don't think we need it. You're raging.
I am raging.
You don't want a bunch of circles.
And
You can hang them on the miniature like a sash.
Yeah, that's cool actually.
is this and this one, because I'm frightened of that one, I would like to how far is that guy from me? Right?
The guy behind you?
No, the Scarecrow guy.
Yeah, he's, well, behind the miniature. He's 5 feet away from you. Like, you could take a step forward towards him and attack him if you want.
I can do, okay. Yes, I would like to.
Can you move? You can move forward to somebody. You can move towards.
The Scarecrow on this side is the one that frightened her.
Frightened of the same Scarecrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the other one.
That Scarecrow's very scary.
He's really scary. I want to go. I would like to move. Yeah, I'm gonna move towards this one and then try to attack him with my scimitar.
Roll a d20.
What do I do with the modifier for that? Strength?
Add the strength modifier to what you rolled.
Proficiency.
You also have a plus to hit, right? Aren't you like?
Yeah,
I do.
Isn't it on your thing?
That's right.
Should
That
be.
gets much better. My scimitar is my chosen weapon.
Yeah.
That's going to be an 18.
Oh.
No, 19.
Okay, so you hit it. Roll damage.
Get it. That's the... Which one?
I think it's a d6.
Yes. Ah! Ooh.
Oh,
I threw
wow.
it on the floor, but I'll hold the other one for now. Pooh. The damage is... I don't have a damage bonus, right? Just...
You do.
You do, yeah. I'm pulling up your character sheet right now.
It's strength.
It's 1d6 plus 3. That's your damage.
And then you do.
So what'd you roll on the dice?
It's just going to be 5.
Plus.
You rolled a 2? Plus-
Yeah, plus 2 for rage. Yeah, I rolled 2.
Plus 3. Okay, and you did that on Scarecrow number 2.
Scarecrow number 2.
And tell me the number again. 5?
7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't do as much damage as you would like to have done. It seems to almost like knit its little stuff together, but you did hurt it, and that's good. Lord Hans, it's your turn.
So I'm frightened of this guy. Does that mean a ranged spell attack is less effective on him?
Michael?
Any attacks you do or ability checks are all at disadvantage.
Disadvantage on attack rolls. So if you do a spell that has you making a spell attack, you will be at disadvantage.
Against anybody?
But if there are other spells that don't have you using spell attacks,
Like if it's a saving throw.
I know what you. How much is my disadvantage?
You roll 2
You roll-
dice and you take the lower.
Okay. Two D4, D6.
You roll 2 d20s for your to hit, and you have to take the lower number.
I'm gonna try casting chromatic orb fire on this guy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's roll number 1 is a 7, and roll number 2 is a 5. So that's a 12. Wait, no, yeah, 12.
You're at disadvantage. So if you rolled a 5 and a 7, you rolled a 5 to hit.
Yeah,
but are you
that-
adding your spell attack modifier?
With my modifier, it's 12.
Huh?
My spell attack.
So it's 5 plus 7 is 12.
Yeah,
Okay, you hit. Now, may I ask, what made you choose that element for your chromatic orb?
because it's scarecrows, and they're made of straw.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll 3 die 8 of damage. Here.
And that's that's like a logical thing that you put together rather than knowing about evil scarecrows.
I don't. It's a scarecrow and it's made out of straw.
Very good. Love it.
So-
You get an inspiration point.
6, 8, 19 points of fire damage.
Nice.
Uh,
That's a good amount.
you did 19 points with that chromatic orb
19 points of fire damage. Yeah.
on Scarecrow number 1.
Yep.
Okay, well, that scarecrow is dead.
Yeah!
You throw an orb of fire at that scarecrow. You can just take it off the battlefield because you throw an orb of fire at that scarecrow and it immediately starts kindling, burning. The scarecrow does another one of those horrific screams as its entire body catches on fire and it just sort of goes like it just turns into dust and like floats away.
Are we still frightened now that it's gone?
No, it's gone.
Can't see it.
Nice.
Oh, but.
Yeah, baby.
Good job, Hansi. So that's Scarecrow number
And
1.
I'm also gonna move. I'm gonna move away from this golem a little bit.
Sounds good, long as you weren't standing right next to it.
Yeah, no, I won't.
Okay. So, is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay, back to Daphne.
You were next to this one. It attacked you.
Did it? Oh, yeah, was I?
Yeah. It
All right,
attacked
so
you
does it
last
get an
time.
attack? It's going to attack me again no matter what, so I'll give it the attack of opportunity and move away.
Wow, okay. It tries to hit you as you're running away. Your AC is, it hits you.
Unless I do shield as a...
If you want to burn your spell slot on that, yeah.
I'll do it, shield.
Okay, so that makes your AC go up and the hit misses.
Nice.
All right, you're a slick wizard, fella. Okay, Daphne's turn.
Right, so I'm gonna wheel around without disengaging.
Uh-huh.
Come on here. And I'm gonna take out my big old surgical mallet and try to whack it.
Oh, wow.
Because most of my stuff is not very good against mud. That is a 14 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. And it's gonna be 5 not magical. Probably, let's see what kind. Probably bashing.
Yeah.
Or bludgeoning, yeah. So,
That's good. You hit the mud creature and its hand falls off. The hand halfway regrows. It's not super damaged, but it's hurt.
oh, and I'm gonna also, like, after I do that, I kind of take a second, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta do it. So I'm gonna bonus action healing word for the prince. I'm gonna help him
Great.
a little better. But it's gonna be the minimum. So let's see, what is my modifier? So he takes 5 hit points back total.
Prince. Okay, great. Well, he seems fully restored, although still petrified. All right. The Mud Mephits, having heard the metagaming from the Druid's player, Fire in the Sky, decide to turn their attention towards the prince in an attempt to kill him.
Would he still be paralyzed? Because the
It's
guy
the
who paralyzed him.
End of the... That's not the guy who paralyzed him, is it?
This one paralyzed him.
Well, he's still restrained.
He is restrained.
Yes, but I guess he's not going to get a critical hit. Damn it.
Yeah.
Because I was going to ask you, how do I do critical hits on him? Because I don't know.
If you hit him, then you well, it depends on how you do critical hits. It's either double your roll, or you roll 2 dice of damage.
I guess we'll decide next time there's a critical hit. All right, so this creature decides to yeah, it's gonna attack Finn. So It misses, so it sucks. And
Turning into some mud creature bad.
this
He kicks rocks.
this mud creature that's standing in front of Valentis. That mud creature. Oh yeah, I forget. Let me just do one quick thing. Uh-oh. Alright. So the mud creature that's attacking Valentis, he is gonna blow some fucking mud on Valentis. So Valentis has to do a dexterity save, and Valentis fails it. So Valentis is now restrained. And mud creature, let's see. Yeah, so that one is restrained until the turn after the mud creature's next turn. So it's the same 2 die if you wanted to do that. But the creature can repeat its saving throw at the end of its turns to try to get out of it. So the mud creature has restrained him, and now he's gonna go over to Lord Hans.
He would still get off.
Would he? He can't move. Oh,
Restrained, you can
his
still
just
attack.
speed is 0.
You just have to disadvantage.
Well, he doesn't care. He's a mud man. He's a mud Mephit. Roll Arcana, Daphne.
No. That is not my wheelhouse, but let's see. Oh, but I got a 19, so...
You recognize now that these creatures are mud Mephits, a fairy-like creature, and there's no way that they would exist naturally. It seems like all of these creatures might have been created by magic in some way or another. So Mud Mephit moves away, Valentis gets an opportunity attack, and misses. Alright, third Mephit. This guy, let's see.
Oh, it's this one. That one already attacked me.
Oh, thanks. Alright, so can you step him one step closer to those 2? Go ahead and do an opportunity attack. You gotta get higher than a...
I got a 12.
Okay, yeah, you can hit.
Hey. So 2.
Okay.
Non-magical bludgeoning.
Okay. Alright, so the Mephit steps up to those 2 creatures and he blows rocky mud on them again. Una, and you do a dexterity saving throw.
I'm pretty sure I rolled 6.
I rolled a natural 20.
Hey.
Nice.
Okay, so Druid, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage and you become restrained. Can someone put that on the Druid for me? Alright, so that's Mud Meth number 3. And now we've got the Scarecrow, the only remaining Scarecrow. Does he have a way out of this horrible situation he's in? He does, in a way. I wonder what he's thinking. What is the smart thing for him to do? He is going to... yes. He's going to stare at you, Una, and it's almost like you're being sucked right into his head as his eyes open up and the world starts to swirl in a vertigo effect. Make a wisdom saving throw. You are frightened. Go ahead and put the yellow thing on.
PTSD from the
And then he turns to has some, and he
He has advantage on hitting.
Fantastic.
Well, either one of us, but yeah.
Well, he's hitting you, and let's see, where are you? Okay, he needs to roll again if he wants to try to hit you. That one hits. Okay, so that's okay, alright. Where's my other D4, Daddy? No good. Oh shit. Oh shit. 7 damage to you. So that was your first hit, right?
No, second. I'm taking 9 damage on the bear farm. So.
Okay, what's your HP right now?
25.
What? Your max?
Because I'm a bear.
Oh, okay. So your HP is 17, and
so my HP was 17. Now it's 34.
So you took damage as a bear, as a person, or as a bear?
As a bear.
Okay. So what's the bear's hit points?
25.
25 left. 25 out of what?
34.
Okay. All right. So bear has taken some damage. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, give me that scarecrow. All of a sudden, another scarecrow animates out of the field, and it's
not Stardew Valley.
It screams.
It really isn't.
It's not what? Stardew Valley. It screams and comes to life, and it has a pretty good initiative. Let's see. So has some. It's your turn.
All right. Well, I look expectantly at the crow to deal with these scarecrows.
It works the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I missed, and I'll try to bite the scarecrow. Oh, 11, 17 should hit, right?
You hit. Okay, and what kind of damage is that?
Not magical.
Well, it's not. That's not what I'm looking for.
Slashing.
Okay. All right. So the scarecrow doesn't take as much damage. Wait. So what was your total?
12.
Okay. So the scarecrow doesn't take as much damage as you'd like it to, but you do some damage, and it's sort of ripped apart, like if you ripped an arm off of a doll or something. The scarecrow is kind of screwy, and it looks at you and just goes, rah, because it's a freaking scarecrow.
And the bear will go, rah, right back at it.
The raven is just hiding. Finn, he's not restrained anymore now, right?
Yeah, that's the second.
So let's take his thing off. I guess he's standing next to that Mephit, so he's going to. So Finn actually likes to fight with a quarterstaff, and you know he likes to pretend to be a common man. He uses the common man's weapon, and he tries to hit that Mephit in front of him, and he hits it. Okay. What? That's the other guy. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. So he hits it, and it's pretty good damage against a creature made out of mud, like swinging a long stick bat thing against his head. And he does, but he only does 2 damage to it. And that is, what, number 1? That's number 1, I think. Yeah. All right, so now it's Valentis who's fighting the guy next to him. What do you think, Michael? Can he reach that thing?
Yes, he can just move over whenever.
Well, he's restrained.
Oh, he's restrained, yeah.
Based on where that guy's standing, I don't think he can hit him.
Not unless he has a ranged weapon.
He doesn't. So he's just going to parry for this turn. Una, it's your turn.
Alright, so I'm frightened, but without moving, I can still try to hit that guy again. But I have a disadvantage?
Yeah. Correct.
And you mentioned also, Jake, that you can do a saving throw at the end of the round?
Correct, thanks.
Is that the same for me?
I don't know. Hang on. How did Valentis get? Yeah, they both get restrained by the same effect. So do a dexterity saving throw. Valentis fails.
13.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
So you were covered in mud vomit, and you pull your arms out of it and like shake the mud off. Of course, you're a bear,
the bear does the shake.
Yes, mud flies everywhere, and the scarecrow and the mud creature are upset. All of a sudden, you see someone coming down the road.
Oh.
What do they see?
Huh. It's kind of like a walking cat. Kind of black and orange and cream colored, and just kind of like sauntering down this road.
Just chilling.
He sees ahead of him this kind of crazy event happening. He says, "Huh, what's that?"
And I'm like, I'm not a walking cat. All right. That seems like the kind of day we're having.
Weirder and weirder.
There's another one of them.
Do you decide to participate or help out?
I
What
think
do you
I
do?
want to. This is craziness. Yes, I want to help this group of people.
Okay, roll initiative.
Okay. And by people, I mean the mud people.
Yeah. Checks out.
He's evil.
22. with
Nice.
the modifier.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah.
Speedy kitty.
So how far about?
And your HP is 13 and your AC is 15, correct?
5.
10, 20, 30.
Yes.
13 HP?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So this is 30 feet.
All right, so he shows up,
These are 5
5 feet,
increments. Okay.
and it's not your turn yet, but
Yeah.
you've appeared. Una, did you do a thing already?
No, I didn't.
All right, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try to slash that guy with the scimitar again.
All right, so roll 2 d20s and take the lower one.
Oh, she knows.
Mhm.
The lower one is 7. Nope, that's 1.
Okay, so you miss. Now I just want to remind you that you have 2 scimitars. You have one in the other hand that you
Yeah.
can also make a bonus action attack with
Yeah, she's gonna
every
do that.
round.
So same.
Yep, do it again. Yep.
That one is 9
Plus,
plus my attack bonus when in my offhand.
what's the difference?
It's the
Mike?
same.
Oh,
attack
okay.
bonus.
The
So
damage
that
is
would
different.
be 15. No,
And-
16.
And we're going after the Scarecrow?
Yes.
Okay, that hits. Roll damage.
Yes. 5.
And you only add rage, you don't add red.
2, so 7.
7 damage to the Scarecrow.
Yes. Very good.
The hit doesn't do as much damage as you would like it to, but the Scarecrow is looking bloodied if Scarecrows had blood. Lord Hans, what will you do?
I can move 30 feet and cast a spell, right?
You can.
You are in its attack range, though.
Am I? Is that 5 feet?
Didn't this one just attack him?
Uh,
Or no? No, it didn't?
No, I don't think it
it's
got to
5
him.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Let's move you back
Yeah.
slightly.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, you're walking through a tree.
All right. So
Go in between.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah, go diagonal.
4,
Or the other way.
5. Anyway, I'm gonna go here,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna chromatic orb again,
Okay.
fire, and
And it worked well last time.
let's see. That's a 2. Can I use an inspiration point?
You can, yes.
All right.
You only have one, though.
Perfect use of
I have
inspiration.
2. I have 2 inspiration points.
You can only have one at a time, so
All right.
that
So
other
that-
one, I guess, was just of love.
That's gonna be a 25.
Woohoo!
To hit? Well,
Yeah.
that's going to hit.
6 plus 2 plus 7 is going to be 15 points of fire damage on the Scarecrow.
Nicely done.
Well, it's more than 15 points of fire damage on the Scarecrow because the Scarecrow is
Vulnerable to fire.
is made out of straw, as you've said.
Yep.
How
So
do you know the ways of Scarecrow?
so this Scarecrow catches on fire. You see the whole thing that you saw before with the and the burning and flames shooting up from it, but it doesn't just evaporate and disappear into the air. It's now a flaming Scarecrow that looks extremely injured and upset. And it screams at you with its baleful eyes and its gigantic mouth of death.
I'm gonna laugh at it.
It's a bonus action.
Taunted.
You laugh as a bonus action. All right, unnamed cat person, it is your turn.
Get it.
So I'm like, okay, so the people I'm closest to are right here, and nobody's in a group. I'm gonna do 2 things, I think. There's these 2 baddies here. I'm gonna, I guess, pick this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to, I mean, these things, just describe them for me real quick again.
They are made out of mud puddles. It's like a creepy creature, misbegotten creature.
Kind of like Gremlins?
A fairy meets the Pillsbury Doughboy,
They have heads.
made out of mud.
They
Look like those.
They look like that. They have
They look
heads,
like that.
They have wings.
They have little wings.
Ears. I'm going to.
They can hear. They can see.
I'm going to. Looking at that one over there, I'm going to. Do either of those look stronger, as far as I can tell?
Roll perception.
10.
Sure. The one in, well, they all look to be the same strength, but the one who looks most injured is the one on the left there.
The one on the left.
Yeah.
Looks most injured. Okay, I'll pick that one.
Okay.
And I'm going to insert into its mind some horrible sounding music that I like by Captain Beefheart, but to most people it drives them absolutely mad, whatever mind it may have. And hope that maybe this will work.
Okay.
It's a mud fairy creature.
Uh-huh.
So this is just whispers.
Okay.
I think it just has to do a wisdom saving throw with 3d6 damage.
All right, so it is doing a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I got 12.
Well, first we have to see if it hits. So, what's your spell save DC?
14.
Your spell save DC is 14, and it rolled 12. So on a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far away as its speed allows away from you. Yep. So what's your 3d6?
15.
Ooh.
Nice.
15 on
Casting bonus doesn't have it.
that on the most hurt fellow.
Still great.
Well, you cast that, and the mud Mephit is like, and like mud shoots off of it in various directions.
That can't be good.
But it's still alive, and it just barely, and it limps away from you.
Oh no!
Right towards Lord Hans.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
No, it's not going away from you.
As a bonus action, then, the fair half orc maiden on the far side of me. I shout some inspirational. Is this the face that launched 1,000 ships? That burnt the topless towers of Toth? That kind of thing.
So pass her a d6.
Yeah, okay. But do you know what I was saying? And you can use that.
Hang on to it.
You choose when to use that.
Oh, okay.
So you can use it for an ability check or an attack roll.
Or a saving
Yeah,
throw.
and you have it for 10 minutes, and you can use it once.
And you can use it after you roll your die.
But before you know
let's
the
say your
result.
attack die. You see the number, but you don't know whether it hit or not.
Got it.
All right, so you did that, and very good. I'm so glad this cat creature showed up. Do you want to move at all?
I'm pretty happy back here.
pretty safe there.
Yeah, this is good.
Okay, Daphne, you're up.
Okay, let
like
me
I'm
ask
watching
you
a
this,
play.
because you said they can see and hear, but we have clocked that they're not just like being puppeted, that they seem sentient.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay for us.
These seem like magically created creatures.
Okay, but we can conclude that, because I didn't want to metagame it, but then this mud guy, we're gonna do some good old-fashioned Toll the Dead. So
Yay!
Toll the Dead.
Bring out your.
Yes. Bring out your dead. So it's a Wisdom save, DC 14.
Wisdom save DC 14. Boy, this This mud mephit is not very wise.
That's what I was counting on.
It fails. What does it take?
Okay, well, and it has taken damage already, yes.
Correct.
Okay. Oh my god, it's a 1. I rolled the minimum damage like 3 turns in a row. 1 necrotic damage.
It takes 1?
Yeah.
Shit.
I rolled a 1 on a d12.
All right.
It happens.
Okay, so the newly arrived Scarecrow is still very much on fire, and he has a real problem with Lord Hans, having just set him on fire. The Scarecrow, well, that's an interesting idea. I did the scream when it showed up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it walks directly towards Lord Hans and attacks him physically with its claws.
All right. Well, no more shield for me.
And your AC is 11, so it's okay. 1 hit, 2 hits. It's trying to take down Lord Hans. Let's see. And it does 7. You're out. And another couple damage. Alright, so Lord Hans is down with 1 failed death save. That was new Scarecrow. So now we've got the mud mephit that's in front of the guy, and he's gonna try to bludgeon you with his muddy fists. That is
Which mephit are we talking about?
the closest to Daphne. He's rolled a 14 to hit, Druid.
Oh, me? Yeah, he is.
Okay, he hits you for 5 damage. So you're at 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that guy hit you. Is he still baned?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take away some of that damage. He hits you for 3. Alright, that's the first mud mephit. The second one, oh, he was all interested in killing the prince. I think he's just gonna try to kill the prince some more. Is Valentis's restrained worn off? Because it's been 2 turns?
This is the second turn.
Okay. Mephit's trying to hit Finn, and he hits, and he does only 3 damage to the prince.
Does the
When
restraint
this is all over, I look forward to hearing your story.
happens after his turn?
What's that?
The restraint is removed after his turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so he hasn't gone yet.
Okay. So that was number 2, and then finally we got the last guy who, okay, so
This guy?
Lord Hans is down,
Isn't
so
he still trying to run away as fast as he can from the source of the hideous whispers?
that's what happens on that turn. But
Okay.
you're down. He's not interested in trying to hit you more.
Good.
He's gonna go over to. He's gonna go over there, and he's gonna try to. Let's see what he's got. Oh shit! He's gonna blow rocky mud on Daphne. So rude. Do a dexterity saving throw, please.
I don't know what these things eat.
Yeah.
Oh, 15.
Nice.
So he blows this fountain of mud. He's like vomiting and like rocks are flying out of his mouth. And you just sort of take a little step to the left, and it misses you.
They really need to see a doctor.
All right, now it's time for that Scarecrow. He's going to attack Una What's your AC, Una?
At 13.
Miss. Hit. They should have made these Scarecrow claws stronger.
Should they?
There's some like wussy little Scarecrow claws.
Actually have to fight off any claws.
He does 4 damage to you divided by 2 because you're raging. Where is your name here? All right. So you take 2 damage. That was the Scarecrow. Bearman, your turn. I like how you're wearing like a little bear outfit too.
I'll keep attacking the Scarecrow. Come on, die. 18?
That hits.
That does 11. I think it's piercing damage.
Okay, so it takes some damage. It's not looking very healthy, this Scarecrow. It looks like it could be falling apart at any moment.
Well, the claw misses.
And it misses, but the Scarecrow is very upset with this bear.
I'm very upset with the Scarecrow.
The Raven yells encouragement from the sidelines. Finn attacks. Finn really wants to use his longbow, but he doesn't want to get an opportunity attack, so he just hits. He swings his quarterstaff like a farmer who's really well trained, and he hits the mud mephit for something good. 7 damage, and that's the one in front of him. So that's the one that hasn't actually, nobody's been hitting it yet. So that Mephit was looking very confident with itself and angry, and then half of its face just gets knocked off and splattered across the grass. Now Valentis no longer has anybody around him, so he's gonna step over here and engage the same Mephit, attempting to kill it. He hits, and he does 4 more damage to it. That Mephit is looking, a once happy Mephit is now looking halfway dead. Una, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm still just hyper focused on this Scarecrow. Let's see if we can finish him! Maybe? Yes.
I think your frightened condition is gone now because it's been 2 turns.
Great.
Michael, would you concur?
I don't remember when it was.
Me either. Me no good at memory.
There's a lot happening.
There is. It's so hard to keep track of. That's why I get so stressed out. Like,
Yeah.
I've never done this before by myself. I'm trying to handle all this shit.
Yeah.
It's really fun. I love doing it.
I rolled a 19, so it's gonna be...
You're gonna hit.
8. Yeah.
You're gonna hit. So roll a 6-sided die.
And then add 5.
9.
Okay, and it doesn't do as much damage as you think it should, but it's still damage. And one of the Scarecrow's legs and one of the Scarecrow's arms get removed from its body. So it's hopping around on one leg now.
Tis but a flesh wound.
Yeah.
But it's still scary. And anything else you want to do?
Yes. I want to hit it again.
Go ahead then.
Some stuff to work out.
I'm real mad. I don't like to be
It's almost like a straw man of sorts.
That is 14 plus 7, so that's
Lord Hans burned him in effigy. What's that?
21.
Okay, so you hit. Roll damage.
And then, okay, yeah, that'll be 10. No, that's my second hand. 7.
7. So you strike with your offhand scimitar and you cut off the Scarecrow's other arm. But it looks at you with its eyes and its mouth as it's hopping on one leg, and you realize that it's still really scary. All right, so Lord Hans, you must make a death save.
Do you have any modifiers to it?
Nope.
You just want to roll high. Oh,
19.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so mark your passed death save. And cat person, unnamed cat being, it is your turn.
Okay. What do we got going on here? We got
So you have
all the three of those guys are going on.
One success.
There's
and
a
one
scarecrow
fail,
right there.
Yeah, who's
On
alive.
fire and angry.
Okay. So I can move, do an action, and a bonus action.
Correct.
Okay. So I'm going to run up here, and I'm going to use my special cat.
Uh-huh.
Feline agility to cover 60 feet of ground, which I think gets me there.
Oh, yeah.
Good measure?
More than
Okay.
that, yeah.
Spew!
Okay. And use my rapier
Uh-huh.
to attack the scarecrow.
All right, roll a d20.
Okay. And I think I get +4. Yeah. 21.
You hit it.
Okay.
Roll a d8.
D8, and again do I get the dexterity modifier on that?
First roll the d8.
Okay. 3.
Okay, and then add your dexterity modifier.
7.
7? Jesus.
No.
7 total.
Okay.
What?
7.
Godly.
Really, really fast.
Like
Okay.
30 dexterity.
Yeah.
So you let's see, which one is this? Okay, that's the new guy, so it's 7 total. So you lurch towards the flaming scarecrow with your rapier, running it through, and as you pull your rapier back out, you take big chunks of the scarecrow with it. The scarecrow now has a gaping hole in its middle. It's like a walking, burning donut. You think you might be at Burning Man. And although in this world we don't know what that is, and then it turns around and looks at you and screams, but it's not dead.
Okay. And for a bonus action, I'm going to send a healing word to the fallen wizardy guy over there.
Spell slot, so thanks.
Yeah.
I like it.
So much healing.
So roll a d4.
And I get some modifier. I got a 3 plus. Is it my
Your charisma modifier.
+4?
7. So Lord Hans, you are back to 7 HP. Daphne, your turn.
Alright. So I'm going to do Toll the Dead again, and my Death Cleric Woo Woo lets me target both.
Yes, it does. Reaper.
Yes. So it's a DC 14 Wisdom save again. Please.
Way too many already.
Anyone care for an Oreo?
On which one?
It's both of these two.
Those two? Okay.
Or yeah.
Feeling
Those is a combo.
They both fell.
Yay!
Nice.
And they both take damage.
I was gonna
So
save this
I'll roll the
for
Scarecrow
role-playing,
first.
but I also see that.
Oh yes, donut friend.
Donut friend.
Let's wait until the combat's over.
Okay,
So
just move over
the
there.
mud.
They're coming.
The
Thank you for
Mephit
that.
takes 2 necrotic damage. And,
which one does?
The Mephit takes 2, and the Scarecrow takes 7.
Okay. The mud Mephit takes 2, and the Scarecrow takes 7. I want you to describe both of their deaths.
Oh, snaps.
Okay. Well, as she's wont to do, is just standing completely stoic, does her thing, and let's see, the mud guy dries out and crumbles, like sand greeny, and then the Scarecrow, the straw turns black before it.
We
Listen,
heard
I
it.
can multitask.
Awesome. They're dead. Get them out of here.
And I don't have to bonus action healing word anybody, so I'm going to save that spell slot.
Also, Lord Hans, you can stand.
Oh, not till his turn.
Technically.
Oh, he's prone.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I should use my little prone ring on him.
Oh yeah, you could. You could. That is kind of cool, actually. If you have it.
I like just laying him down, but
Rance in case he goes down again because.
I'm gonna lay on this prone pillow here.
Well, now you can stand up because we see your pro.
that's the deal. Okay, where are we? What just happened? You
finished
played
my
that? Okay. So the newly arrived Scarecrow is no longer with us. The mud Mephit that's in front of the druid, let's see, he is thinking about, who should I attack? What is happening here? Should I run away? And then he says, F it. Let's see what he rolls here. Nothing of interest. So he's going to. He's going to pound on the bear.
Yeah, pound that bear.
And he's going to miss. And that is the end of his turn. This poor mud Mephit. The second mud Mephit, seeing how strong all of you are, decides to focus his attention on the prince in an attempt to get at least one kill. Perhaps the kill he was sent to make. Who knows? But he misses. Yeah, he tried. And now there is the Scarecrow that's down to one leg. And it is...
Hopping mad?
Oh god, yeah.
No?
It's going to attack... Who's it going to attack? It's going to attack the barbarian who has removed all of its limbs so far. So it's much more difficult for it to attack with no arms, but it's still going to attack.
Get Monty Python.
Come back.
It one of the two hits, and it hits. It's biting you. It puts its big open mouth over your head and suffocates you for suffocation damage.
Suffocation.
I like it. Great damage for Lex.
Yeah. And it makes you very itchy too with the straw.
You take 3 damage.
It's gotta make you angry.
Alright, so that was a Scarecrow. Bearman, it's your turn.
Alright, let's see if we can kill a Scarecrow. Oh, natural 20. So how do we do criticals?
Tell me.
Well, so either you roll the dice and double it, or you double the amount of dice.
I say roll the dice and double it.
Alright.
Let's all remember that, because I might forget.
Okay.
10 damage.
10 damage.
10 piercing damage.
Describe its death.
Alright, well, after it bites my friend, the bear jumps up on it and tries to bite its head off, and it like rips the whole thing apart and just starts freaking out, throwing the whole body around like a dog.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like a dog bear.
Like a dog bear.
And the Scarecrow is dead. Please remove him from the battlefield.
It's gonna be awesome on the Grizzly clan.
Yeah.
Like, that's my favorite thing.
Turn to the swamp thing. And that is a 14 to hit.
Oh, he turns. I thought you meant you turn into Swamp Thing.
Oh no! The mud man.
What did you say to hit?
14.
14. You hit.
Okay.
Betray. Sabotage.
10 damage.
That's why he was looking the red.
Slashing. 10 slashing.
Hold on. Okay. All right. That mud Mephit is looking fucked up. The Raven, now feeling much more brazen. Are both of those mud Mephits still alive? Yes, they are. Okay. So the Raven, now feeling much more brazen, flies over here and tries to hit the mud Mephit. Actually, yeah, it flies over there because that's the one that's closest to Daphne, and it tries to hit the mud Mephit, and it hits for.
Just lands on its head and starts clawing at its head.
It's attacking with its beak and it's pecking at the mud, and it takes a bite of the mud with its beak and throws it away, doing 1 damage to
Well
it.
done.
Wow.
Okay, Finn is going to attack the Mephit in front of it, and he's going to miss. Valentis is going to attack the Mephit, and he's going to miss. Una, it's your turn.
Alright, I would like to turn around to the one that my bear friend is focused on and try to hit it with my scimitar because I love it. And that is going to be a lot because I rolled an 18.
Good. Which one is she hitting? The one next to the bear? Okay.
I did not need to give you that back.
We'll see.
Awesome.
She's mad now, so maybe we'll add that to the damage.
They've changed how Bardic Inspiration works in D&D 1. So now when someone makes a bad roll, you can call it out as a reaction and just say, Bardic Inspiration on that.
Wow.
The new bards are so much stronger.
Because the problem with the old bard, the current bard, is that the person always forgets that they have the Bardic Inspiration die.
That's true.
Well, I would like to.
You're going to use it?
Yeah, I just want to stack it on. She's real mad now. So, I mean, if that's.
What's happening over there? I'm losing track.
Oh, I'm
You're
sorry.
rolling to hit?
I rolled a hit and I rolled an 18, so
Great.
that's going to be like a 20 something.
Okay, and then you're rolling damage?
Now I just rolled the damage, which is going to be an 8, and then I want to add more.
Oh, can you do the Bardic Inspiration?
Not,
No, I can't. I
Oh,
do
you're
on the other
good.
thing?
You do it on to hit.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
To
Never
hit
mind.
or save.
Or a saving
Never
throw.
mind. Then it's 8.
Okay, well, a big chunk of that mud mephit goes flying off, and it's looking fucked up. Lord Hans, what would you like to do?
Oh, I'm gonna stand up, look around for the briefest of instants. All right, and I'm gonna cast Chill Touch on the Mephit that is attacking the lady.
The mephit uses its reaction to heal itself before you do that.
All right.
That's a joke.
God.
So
Because
it's
Chill
gonna
Touch
be
doesn't
a
let it heal itself.
Ranged spell attack, and it's gonna be a 10.
A 10?
Yep.
That's not going to hit.
And I failed to cast Chill Touch.
Well, you just got it.
You just woke up from a concussion. It's okay.
You know what? I take back my healing.
It's
It's a joke.
Cat person, it is your turn.
Okay. Let's see. Who was the risk here? I guess I'm gonna I'm going to hurl some insults at the quality of the mud upon which this creature is made, and say, "You call that mud? That's
I
not
call it
really
shit."
mud. That looks just like wet dirt to me." Okay.
Wisdom
And I
saving
roll a 3.
You, wisdom saving throw on Vicious Mockery?
Oh, right, yeah. And otherwise it has a disadvantage.
It fails terribly. Roll a 2.
3 damage, and then
And you add your charisma modifier.
Not usually.
No? It's just 1d4?
Can't
Okay.
save or stuff.
But the thing is that now it has disadvantage the next time.
Right.
It's true. And it knows it.
Is there a disadvantage ring?
It, probably, but,
Like a ring.
no, there's not. It's not a condition. I wonder if there's a Vicious Mockery ring. It's been mocked. Is there a mocked?
You've been mocked.
No,
You've been mocked.
we've found one that it doesn't have.
Dang. You have so many
Are you
too.
still
That's
in
crazy.
bear form?
I am, yeah.
So you mocked it and you gave it disadvantage. And anything else?
And I'm also going to. The bear, I think, is just this awesome creature, and I tell it how successful it is, and I think it's going to go far as a bear. So I give it. Stories will be told about the bear.
It's true.
Yes.
Okay, cat person.
Bear poo.
Daphne, it's your turn.
Alright, well, I'm gonna do something a little more interesting because I don't want to just keep spamming cantrips. I'm gonna come over here and try to whack it with my mallet.
Oh.
Yeah, that's 20 something.
Nice.
Okay, it hits.
So, let's see. So that's 3, but then I am going to use my Channel Divinity Touch of Death. When
Wow.
you hit a creature with a melee attack, you can spend a Channel Divinity used to deal an extra 9 points of necrotic damage.
Nice.
Is it 12?
Describe its death.
Mm.
Let's see, how's this one gonna be? I think for this one, the mallet hits and it's sort of like a ripple effect, but yeah, it like turns black and sandy and whatever, but radiates out this time from the inside.
Very good.
Yep.
This mud mephit is dead.
Yes.
Yes.
Now it is the turn of the final. Now it is the turn of the final remaining mud mephit.
You get to use the disadvantage.
So many disappointments.
And that's
so many things.
that's why we
Be here.
that's why we play regularly.
Pearls before swine.
Yeah.
That's why you'll get to do it on the next combat. So this mud Mephit looks around at everyone. It realizes it's still baned. It sees that all of its comrades have fallen, and it promptly turns back into a mud puddle and
I
drips
had some insight.
and drips away.
Wow.
So now it's time for a 5-minute break.
Great.
God damn, it's so much mental energy to run that.
Yeah.
Woo! Yesterday I was playing out that whole
Yeah.
sequence with like playing all of you guys.
Were you pretty close?
Huh?
Were you close to like guessing
What
how
we all did.
Yeah.
Let's see. I predicted that Tim would cast Chromatic Orb of Lightning rather than Fire.
Ah. But he saw the straw.
I think I also anticipated you casting Ray of Sickness, and both of those things are immune to poison.
Right.
But yeah, I was like changing stats on monsters and stuff to try to make it balanced.
I wasn't sure if like psychic base damage was gonna
Right.
affect these
Same.
guys.
Yeah.
They were both types of creatures were immune to poison.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the scarecrows were resistant to
Like regular slashing.
bludgeoning, piercing, and whatever slashing.
Yeah.
Are the scarecrows undead?
Well, that I cannot reveal. That would require an Arcana check, which we are clearly not doing in this moment.
I mean, that looks like an Arcana check.
She's a month,
thank you.
so she turned
Oh, yeah.
4 weeks old on the 28th, I guess.
Oh,
Saw
you can't eat
friends on
this.
No,
Friday.
no, no.
She's
Ah.
like 5 weeks old. So
Well.
right on the same trajectory. but
Well.
also very, very
All
tired.
the more for me.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
So you intolerant or?
I'm
I told the
allergic
guys
to
in my Magic
Galadin,
League
so,
that I was going to take
so
some
you're
weeks off.
celiac if
Yeah.
you're allergic
Because it's
to
too
both
much.
of the gluten.
And I canceled
I'm
a bunch of work
allergic to
stuff.
one
Yeah.
of them.
Okay.
But
So it
I
just
wanted
like
to see
wrecks my
Hellraiser,
stomach.
Okay.
and I want to play Dungeons and
That's
Dragons.
pretty serious.
If but like
It's not
you
great.
know, if you get tired on Tuesday or whatever, like it's not the the end of the world if you need to bow out.
Fine.
No, don't be a hero,
No, I'm not.
Oh, you are though.
I canceled some other stuff. Just one donut that I cut in half is really fucking good.
Yeah.
Great.
There's Jim.
Are you vegan?
I'm not, but they're so good.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, my wife and daughter are vegetarian,
Oh, nice.
but they also make such a huge impression.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sure.
I love Donut Friend. I used to wear Donut Friend t-shirts all the time.
Did you really?
It's all those bandits.
Yeah.
The screw one. I forget.
Are you trying a piece, Laura?
Yeah, I'm contemplating, and I also don't have a preference, so I'm gonna let people.
I'm gonna see which one of these Erin wants.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna show her a picture of the donuts and be like, which one do you want?
Or an assortment. She can
Yeah.
a sampler of that.
Hey, which one or half of these donuts do you want? The donut friend.
Ooh.
There's a coconut one.
Okay.
That was the one I was thinking of bringing into you. It's like looks like the coconut macaroon type one.
Okay. And that's what, kiwi or something?
I don't know what it is. I think it's like green tea,
Okay.
matcha or whatever you
All
like.
right. I do like that.
What do you want?
This-
Half or a quarter?
Creepy.
Thanks for reminding me I hadn't eaten until 2. I went and got my since 2. I
Oh,
brought
wow.
this food out. No wonder I couldn't think straight.
Yeah.
Are you
Need
guys
more donuts.
in the mood to continue role playing while eating? You just
Yeah.
turn the chat into characters
Let's
chatting.
sit down and
Yes.
let's sit.
Well,
sit
actually,
down and
originally
rest
was.
for a-
Are we gonna? Well, anyways,
ahead,
I guess
do
we'll
it,
be
man.
role playing.
Yeah.
So, well, yes, that would be what you would be doing
Right.
anyway. So, the final mud Mephit turns into a mud puddle and drips away, and you're left standing there in the field. Everybody has survived. Of course, the wizard was knocked out, as always happens, and there's a cat person standing near you.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping turn the tide.
Thank you.
Well, That was crazy. Have you seen anything like that before?
I can't say that I have.
Well, you were acquitting yourselves quite well against all those creatures.
What brings you to this area? It seems pretty remote.
Oh, well, I was running an errand and on my way back to the city when I came upon you folk.
Oh.
Listen, what are you doing?
We are also on our way back to the city.
I think, okay. How far away are we from the city?
You're like another 2 hours walk.
I mean, we went through a lot there. I myself, whew, I need to sit down and kind of catch my breath. Listen, I have these sweet cakes. Perhaps you'd like to join me for a meal.
Ooh, I do have a sweet tooth.
Also,
Or a snack.
it was 6 o'clock when you ran into these things. It was getting a little late. It was a 2-hour walk to the city.
Yeah. But it is getting dark. Perhaps a quick nibble. I'm headed to the city and you are too?
Right.
Maybe we can go
Safety
together.
in numbers, yes. It makes sense to me.
Very good. Do I recognize anyone? Like anyone well known or the prince?
Oh, the prince? Yeah, I think you might recognize the prince from him coming to the theater or stuff like that.
Oh, your grace. I kind of direct more of my attention, I think, actually, to the prince.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Your grace, you're okay. This was horrible. I'm so sorry what happened here. Are you okay?
The prince looks a little shy, like he doesn't enjoy being found out. And he says, "Oh yes, well, thank you for your assistance, my loyal subject."
Well, yeah,
He says,
my pleasure.
"Thank you for your help, much appreciated." The prince sort of looks to Valentis like he wants him to sort of take over. Valentis is like, "Yes, thank you very much. It's great to meet you. I haven't seen a tabaxi outside of Parvus." And,
I'm surprised you haven't seen me. Yes, I often frequent the theater. My name is Jasper, sir.
a pleasure to meet you.
Checks notes. Jasper Floating Birch.
Well, my name is Valentis, and I fought in the War of the Continent to protect your country. So
Well, thank you.
It's good to see a familiar face, as I haven't seen a tabaxi in many years.
Oh, yes. Well, okay.
Do not ask him about the war.
I don't ask him about the war. Okay.
It's like, you're from Parvus. Are you from Parvus?
Still a bear?
I think that guy.
Why are you talking to the bear?
Oh, well, he wasn't a bear.
Is he a pet of yours?
No. Gosh.
I must admit, it does resemble a trip at the zoo today.
He was a guy, like, a little while ago.
Very good. Yes. Crow, raven, sorry, and a bear. Yes. Well, I am from Parvus, but I haven't been there in many, many years. Yes.
What you been up to?
Well, I'm from the city.
Oh.
Yes, this is where I live. I am surprised. Perhaps you haven't heard of me, but one day you will. One day, every half-orc, human, and halfling here
I'm not
will.
from the city.
Yes, and do you attend the theater very often?
Have I seen him in the theater? I could go to the theater as much as a cultured person would.
Roll perception. Roll history.
That's a 23.
Wow.
So how often do you go to the theater?
You know, in my youth, I was taken to the theater as a normal, the way a wealthy person would go to the theater in the city. So, but I'm not enthusiastic about it necessarily. So maybe 4 times per year I would go to the theater.
So here's the thing: there are not hardly any tabaxi in Greater Elenia, in Elenia Toth, and so you have noted this guy when you went to the theater. Sometimes you saw him in the audience, and one time you saw him like in the chorus of a play that was on stage. But he's not famous. But you've seen him attending.
What was the name of the play? What was the name of the play that I saw him performing?
What was the name of that play? I think it was Heinrich V.
Excuse me.
Oh yes.
Did you perform in the chorus in a performance of Heinrich?
Oh
V?
yes. You saw me.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it was quite memorable, wasn't it? Yes.
It was,
Yes.
a fine play. Sure.
Ah, right. Yes. Oh, for a muse of fire to ascend the. Well, and it
And
goes
I
on
think
like that.
I'm sure I could pick out your very distinctive voice in the chorus. Lovely.
You are a cultured man. Is he? Are you a noble?
Please let me introduce
Oh,
yourself.
yeah,
Lord
thank you.
Hans Chumley of House Temer.
Oh yes, I'm sure. Yes, very nice to meet you. Yes, that was me. I
Enchanted,
plan
sir.
to expand my repertoire and
Hendrik V.
Henrik V.
By Willem of Avon.
Ah, yes, Henrik V. by Willem of Avon. Of course, I do enjoy the works of the Bard, and previously, of course, Henrik V. I think famously features Falstaff, right?
Yeah.
Sure, some bizarro name like that. It's about a war between Greater Elenia and Bourgogne.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're great battle scenes. Yes. And some inspiring words too. Yes,
101 years.
We brothers and sisters. We merry band of brothers and sisters. Yes. And bears. And bears. Yeah. No, there were no bears.
Well, I'm in your debt, sir. I pray, and I cannot thank you enough for saving my life when I was being stomped by those two horrific beasts and unconscious.
This is just.
I could have died, so thank you.
It was my
At
pleasure.
your service.
Yes.
You are a magician. Do you know what manner of creature these things were?
That's a good question. I know there was a mud method. There are 3 mud methods.
Well, you don't know that.
Yeah.
She knows something,
I'm
but
rolling Arcana, and I'm getting a 9.
oh yeah, you don't know what those things are. You all you know is that they appeared to be magically created creatures.
Yes.
They were not organic. Someone, animated them.
Yes.
Didn't you roll a 20 when you were trying to figure out what they were?
Yeah, I rolled a 19, I think, or something. Yeah, it was a good roll.
Yeah. So you remember that things shaped like that are usually called Mephits.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Mephit?
And you remember that they can be from various elements.
Right, I suppose there was an abundance of mud, so it makes sense here. But they can be moss, they can be sand.
But you've never seen one.
But I've never personally.
And where do they originate from?
I don't know.
I mean, would it be like a person or some magical being
does it have to
that
be
makes
conjured?
that happen?
I don't know. I've heard stories, in Bergon they used to tell the fairy tales to the children. So there's some things about, the lump creatures. It's better, in the original. It loses something in translation.
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Never. I've never seen this, and I can't help but think, Your Grace, that someone is trying to hurt you. Maybe they were sent to harm His Grace. It's getting dark too, isn't it? Or dusk? Maybe we should.
Yes. Maybe they were trying to hurt me. I don't know. The prince rolls insight on you. He can't figure out what your motives are. The prince can't figure out what your motives are or whether he should be open with you. He says, yes, they may have been trying to hurt me. Well, I suppose we should go to the castle, friends.
Yes.
Would I have known anything about these types of things or experienced anything?
Roll your nature.
20.
You have never seen mud come alive in this manner. You do not think that this is a natural occurrence. These creatures have nothing to do with nature as you know it.
Okay. I'll turn back into a halfling and be like, these are abominations of nature. Some evildoer has sent this to destroy probably us. You.
Wait,
I don't.
the bear can change forms.
Yes, may I introduce Jasper? This is Hassan.
Yeah, I said my name was Hassan.
As a bear?
Just like kind of staring.
Thing.
Do
Gotta read the
halflings
Bible.
often become bears in this land?
Maybe.
Have you been here
Well,
long?
nice to meet you.
No, I've never been here. I'm from Parvus.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
I'm from out of town.
Yeah.
First time in Greater Elenia.
Valentis looks at you and says, "It's interesting seeing a halfling run into a tabaxi outside of Parvus.
Yeah.
Are you happy to see your country person?"
Anyway,
This is awkward.
yes, we should probably, get going.
Oh yeah, I'm
Much
gonna
now.
cast Goodberry.
Ooh,
Anybody hurt?
Who is hurt?
Many are hurt.
I can take some more. I've got some.
I mean, if we had an
HP
hour, you guys.
It's one.
I'm slightly hurt, but I think our warrior friend here is...
the worst.
So it's 10 berries, 1 hit point per berry.
Ah, can I have 2 of those berries?
And no one else is hurt.
Una,
8 berries.
Thank you.
8 berries.
So a
Hella
halfling
healing, I
bear
love
with
it.
berries.
They're
Very
the
interesting day.
most delicious berries you probably have ever had.
Valentis looks at you like he wanted a couple berries.
Oh, were you also?
Luna spits out 2 berries. Yes, it's swallowed. She's like, and wants to hand them to Valentis.
Valentis takes them and looks at the prince, who has some cuts, and he hands them to the prince.
So at that for Volantis, I'm gonna do my quick stitch job, and et voila, he gets. I think it's 5%, right, of his hit points rounded up. Jack.
Okay.
Does the prince and Valentis still look pretty hurt?
Wait, hang on. Okay.
Who's this alternate?
All right. So Valentis looks fully healed.
Oh, huh?
Okay.
Valentis looks fully healed.
Okay, great.
Oh, cool.
The prince looks only slightly injured. Una looks the worst off of all of you.
I'll do it again. Okay, 10 more berries.
So many.
And be
It's
like,
like,
Prince and...
So the prince eats 1 and he looks fully healed.
Alright, so
Okay.
9 more.
oh, great.
And Una has more than she needs.
Oh, yeah, I think I only need,
So-
I only need 4 more.
So they
Okay.
last for 24 hours.
Yeah, then
right?
I'll keep the
Oh,
other
the
5.
temporary hit point.
Okay, you all appear to be fully healed. I'm sure that some of you are missing spell slots.
I am.
Yes.
All right, so you're standing there. You're talking to this cat. Are you gonna let him join you? What are you doing?
But there are safety
Yeah,
in
let's-
numbers.
Does the cat person want to join
So
them?
you're from Elenia? Where are you from?
Where you been?
And what's your name, sir, again?
Hassan.
Awesome, yes. Yes, I'm from Parvus originally.
Oh, okay.
But I haven't been there in many years, and I live in Elenia now, in Elenia Toth.
What part of Parvus?
The part, the usual part.
The noble family that you're originally with is from the center of the country. The capital is
From
located.
the center. Where are you? Where are you from?
I'm from the east.
Yes. Well, it's great to encounter a halfling in these parts. It's like seeing a familiar face. I left when I was very young.
Should we be walking while
Yes.
we're saying this?
You start walking towards the city. It's about 2 hours away, and it's like 7 o'clock now.
Grumpy skip.
So what made you leave?
Well,
We're walking and talking.
Yep.
Yeah, walk and talk.
well, some dwarves made me and my family leave, and took us away from our home
Like
to
you were kidnapped?
Liebenstock. Yes.
Ah, see? Liebenstock, see? See?
Yes.
It's a dark place, an awful place.
Yes.
But fortunately, some kind souls
some kind souls rescued some of us, and I was among the fortunate ones.
And you were glad to be Liebenstadt.
Are you a father, sir? Do you have a child? Okay.
And where are you coming from right now? If you're from the city.
Well, I was running an errand for my family, my adopted family, and yeah, my mother isn't feeling well, and I was getting some medicine, and now is the time when we peer behind the dungeon master's. I was getting some medicine from a local healer who's quite renowned to bring to my mother, and these delicious cakes which she gave me to share with my family, but I thought it was appropriate to share it with all of you.
Well,
You
thank
fought
you.
so valiantly against those awful creatures. And how is it that you're in the company of his grace? How do you do not look like the usual Queen's Guard that would be accompanying the
Well,
prince?
it is a bit of a long story. I imagine it would take about 16 hours.
These are unusual times.
Yeah, so, you know, we'll leave it to the prince, what he wants.
She says in Sato.
I'm just so glad that he was safe and safe.
Yeah.
And it'll maybe be one of my life's great stories and possibly a play someday about my little partner. Yes.
So you're getting closer to the city. The sun is starting to set. As you get closer, a man on a horse rides out to meet you, and you're several hundred feet from the western gate of Elenia Toth, and the man on the horseback tells you, "Welcome, welcome back. The Queen has heard of your success in delivering the prince to us. We're so glad you are safe. Please come directly to the throne room." And you see behind him there's like a group of guards gathering around the gate. And yes?
Oh, just I know we don't call for rolls, but does he seem like, I mean, are they really happy? Yeah, is he sus?
Yeah.
Roll insight.
How sus is that?
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 20.
21.
20.
He seems legitimately happy
Okay, great.
and full of joy that you have returned. And he repeats, "The Queen has heard of your heroic success in bringing back the prince. Please immediately join me." And then he just rides off. Like,
But we don't got a horse.
I need a horse.
and you see like a group of guards are over by the gate, sort of like waving their pikes at you in happiness. What do you do?
Then I suppose we should go.
Yeah, they seemed.
Hadsum's gonna go towards the back of the group as there's more and more people.
Well, we've made our choice.
This is what we're here
do
for, right?
So
I think we all remember what happened.
Yeah, perfect. Of course, let's go.
I have a
Excellent.
bad memory.
as you walk forward, you start to hear distant shouts of happiness, occasional like "Oh, hurrah!" and stuff. You see someone throwing a streamer of something, maybe whatever the heck that is. There's some fabric or something. They're throwing a streamer of something. And as you get closer, you see the guards are like pounding their halberd butts on the ground. They're like, "Oh, huzzah!" And they're very happy. You walk up, and
I try to walk prominently with the group, like kind of like this is great. This is everybody sees me. Yeah.
yes. Do you all have any reaction to his doing that?
I'm amused. I'm amusing. This man just saved my life. I hope he does take credit. I hope it helps him get the fame he wants.
But just not trying to take the shine away from everyone, but just waving to everyone.
So yeah, as you get up and they're banging their butts and stuff, and then this no pun intended. Then the sort of head of the guard steps up to you and he says, "I have to do an accent at some point tonight. Please join me. Come to the castle now. We'd love to have you and celebrate you." And he holds out his arms, and then the other guards surround you on horses, and they seem ready to ride with you right to the castle. What do you do?
Well, I suppose. Whatever, yeah. Yep. I'm going to look around at my companions, being like,
Just gonna give you
I'm looking at it. This is great. I'm so glad I ran into you.
Yes.
And like whispers to Deb, she's like, just to clarify, we're gonna tell her about the mud.
yes, well, this, yes, of course, that will, yes.
Roll.
How are you feeling, Prince?
Roll perception, Daphne.
Oh, alright. That is not good. 9.
What the fuck is? Oh, there he is. Roll investigation, Hans.
25.
Nice.
Okay. Well, with your skills with people, and knowing that you are planning to bullshit the queen and everything, looking at your group and thinking about how you've seen this guy acting before, you realize that he might be the best bullshit artist here, and you also realize that he doesn't know anything about what you're planning to do. So as you're slowly riding through the city, you may wish to have a whispered conversation with him.
So I'm going to do message then.
Which is still going to involve you whispering.
Yes, but it's whispering, but you can hear it inside your mind.
Can I do like a pigs in space kind of?
We've been through this.
Jasper, can you hear me?
Do I respond to the voice in my head?
You
Can I think
Jasper,
response?
it's me. Look behind you. Do you see that I'm talking?
Turn around.
I think you have to whisper to respond. Is that how it works?
Yes, you have to whisper to respond.
But I'm responding mentally.
Yeah, yes, but we have to whisper.
Okay.
Now,
Yes. Why are you in my head?
we are you
Yeah, they
loyal-
can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Are you loyal to the prince?
Well, of course.
Always.
What is this?
We are on a secret mission for the prince.
Wow. I guessed that. You're such a motley and strange crew.
The prince sort of looks around like he thinks someone's talking about him.
Ears are burning.
When we speak to the queen, just go along with what we say. We're going to tell them that you're an ally of your... We're going to tell them the truth about you, that you're an ally of the group that helped to protect the prince. But it's just important that you don't ask any untoward questions in front of the queen and just go along with it, whatever we say. That's all. We are trying to learn something on the prince's behalf. He suspects that something is afoot in the palace. We want to protect him and back him up, and we may seem to say some strange things to the courtiers and queen, but just go with it. Just roll with it.
And as I said, from your role, you realize that he's the best bullshit artist among you.
Right.
So
That sounds great. If there's one thing I can ask the queen is to put in a good word for me in the upcoming acting competition.
I'm sure she would do that, but our story is going to be that what happened was we rescued the prince from some bandits not too far. Do you know what the Children's Rebellion is? It's quite alright if you don't. I barely knew myself until a few months ago. But there's a camp in the woods where some people are gathering, and near that camp some bandits had the prince, is what we are going to tell the queen.
Very good. Why was the prince taken?
Well, that's a good question. Do I trust him?
roll insight.
That's 16.
And do you feel trustworthy?
Yeah. I mean, with this group?
He seems trustworthy.
The prince wasn't taken. the prince left. The prince ran away voluntarily because he suspects that there's some dark doings having to do with the queen. I know this is going to be shocking to you, but that's what we're here to investigate.
Do I trust this guy?
Roll insight.
He's talking in my head. Oh, that doesn't look good. But let me add my bonus. That is. Oh, it's an 18, and then my bonus will be 20 something.
Glasses make all the difference.
Terrible.
They really do.
You feel like this guy is earnest and well-meaning.
Okay.
So I've given you more credit than I deserve.
Yeah. In this moment.
It does seem like the most
Well, I don't know if I could
praiseworthy
define your intentions as good or bad or what. So you mean well.
The
You
prince
want the best
thinks
for
the queen
them.
is up to something and is either influenced by some outside force or is practicing some sort of dark magic herself. We are going to investigate on behalf of the prince. You, with your silver tongue, could be of help to us there.
You really do remember me from the chorus, don't you?
Yes, but
I like this connection.
that's all. That's all that we know.
Well,
To date, he saw the queen in some secret chamber about to make a sacrifice and kill somebody.
my mind is just like...
You're just like, what the
I was just coming home with some
Wave is
medicine.
wilting.
The other thing to know about the prince, he seems to me to be a fool.
Okay, I was really bonding with
The prince looks around like he's not a fool.
He seems to me to be naive. So just keep that in mind, that the prince may not be the best person to trust with his own plan, in my opinion.
Okay, well, I will try to follow your lead, noble sir.
Yes. So we rescued the prince from bandits. Now, you don't have to say you were there for that. There's no need to lie, but you did just save the prince from some mud, whatever those things were, mud puddles come to life. I suspect that these enchanted creatures the prince may be right, and that these enchanted creatures may be connected with whatever nefarious schemes the queen is brewing, but who knows? So there it is. Keep quiet about the queen.
And you get to the castle.
Yes.
So now you're walking through the hallways. You're being led through the hallways towards the throne room.
Before we go inside, 'cause I think you'll be okay. Right before we go in the doors, I'm gonna clap my hand on your shoulder and be like, "Just stay calm," and I'm gonna guide you. So
All right.
yeah, if you do some bullshit, you can add a D4 to it.
Thank you.
Very good. So you're walking through the halls towards the throne room, and you get there.
All right. We did it.
You get to the throne room.
I'm really excited.
You're let inside of the throne room, and there is the queen with her with double the gaggle of guards from episode 1, just in case someone jumps in and casts mass suggestion on them all. Now there are twice as many guards. The queen is there with the guards. She's sitting resplendent on her throne. You remember what her AI image looks like. She's she has a distant look on her face, but she also looks happy as you come in the door, and they bring you in front of her, and she stays in her throne. She does not stand, but she says, "My boy, you're home. So good to see you. I was so worried for you."
That's just what he looks like. Doesn't he have like mud and stuff? I don't know.
Yeah, he's got mud for sure.
Yeah.
Just for reference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I look and see if there's anything off or weird about the queen that might be back up the prince's story?
Sure. Roll insight.
13.
You can use guidance
Yeah, you
if
could
you
use
want.
the guidance
Oh,
on
yeah.
that, but you won't have it later. So
That's all right. Yeah, I'm just looking at her. I'm pretty sure something weird's going on with her. So.
She just seems like distant and slightly distracted and like a little wooden. But you you haven't like hung out with her before, so she just seems like a distant, aloof, wooden person.
I'm good. I'll kneel, and I would suggest the rest of us do.
Of course. Is that what you say?
I've been kneeling.
Yes.
If you say that, then yeah.
Yes. And then you two have met. Your Majesty, you've met my two companions before. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lord Hans Chumley of House Tamerwin.
Thank you. It will be a pleasure to meet you. I am reuniting with my child.
Yes.
One moment.
Very emotional.
It's wonderful to see you, son. I was very worried for you. And Finn like looks a little like scared, and then he's kind of like, Mother, a pleasure to be home. And he sort of flourishes his cloak and bows. And you all are taking this in like they're like this. They're sitting on opposite sides, not standing, not hugging or anything. And Finn looks a little uncomfortable. And then the Queen turns her attention back to you. Of House Tamerwin.
Yes.
Yes, a proud member of House Tamerwin, eh?
Well, you know, I was proud to be born and raised there. Although of late I've been wandering around and seeing what life outside the house is like.
Yes, well, a queen knows of many things, especially in one of the most important houses in her country. And I am aware that you are no longer a member of that house. So that is of interest.
I had hoped, Your Majesty, that perhaps my role in helping your son could earn a good word in getting back to my house's good graces.
Well, that's very interesting. Person I've never spoken to before, but I'm glad to know your purpose for being here. But I'm going to address the issues at hand first,
Please.
before we talk about reinstating you into the noble house from which you were kicked out. It's quite a request. I need my charger. Yeah.
I was like, she's gonna interact.
Yeah. Queen's going behind you. What's happening right now?
Using some sort of baseball metaphor.
Yeah.
Not a good time. It's got a bat. No.
I'm still a noble.
Which is news to us, I think.
Yeah. I've not heard.
I mean, are we surprised? Different question.
The Queen looks at Valentis and Finn and says, "This man is very forward for someone who I did not send on this mission." Now, oh my. Julie, yes.
I can do it.
Anyone? Would you mind plugging this in for me? Please. I hate to lose my script and have to improvise. Oh yeah. Yeah, roll a d20.
Inspiration.
Oh yeah, give me an inspiration dice. Can you kick that whole thing closer? Great. Thank you so much. So yeah, the Queen is like annoyed with how you have inserted yourself in front of everyone, and she looks over the crowd, and she says, "Now, two of you are people who I have asked to complete this journey. Can you tell me what has transpired? I heard of your success. I heard from the moment you left the woods that you had retrieved my son and were coming here, but you have a motley retinue in tow, and I imagine quite a tale to tell."
Well, if you please, my comment is still not great, but maybe my other companions might be able to help.
The Queen buys it, thanks to the dice. Yes, my young orc friend. Who are these people? Who are these people, and how did you return here with the prince?
Your Grace, a lot went down. We made our way out there, and we followed the tracks, and then thankfully we met up with Daphne, and then there was a big bear, and then there was like a broken down cart, and there were these bandits, and we fought them, and we got the prince, and this guy really helped a lot.
Yes. Good man.
And then we were coming back, and he was with that guy, and they helped, and then we were coming back, and then...
All right, roll persuasion.
She's being earnest.
That's why it's not deception. She hasn't lied once.
Which was their persuasion?
Yeah.
Oh, 12?
So the queen believes what you're saying, but she also believes that you have no ability to talk. And
Then I'm playing this just
she says, "You're a very sweet person, but I don't follow your story. Is there one among you who is better at spinning a proper tale of what took place?"
Well,
Does
Your
you do
Grace,
that?
if
You
I-
point to him.
pointed him.
Una points
Your
to
Grace,
him.
if I may.
Now I have not met you before. Are you comfortable with having this tabaxi speak for you?
Yes.
Your Grace, you may not have met me, but you may have seen me once. If you saw the performance of Hendrik V some time ago, I was in the chorus, and it is a great privilege to be before your royal self. I cannot speak to all things, for I only met this.
The queen interrupts you. The chorus is there to support the leads. If I had noticed the chorus, you would not have been doing your job correctly.
That's very well put, Your Grace. Yes, and someday you may see me in a lead. There's a competition coming up, but I don't want
Would
to.
you like to tell me what
the story.
transpired?
Yes. Well, I met this intrepid band of courageous adventurers as they were leaving the forest after a while, and I was returning home, and oh, the monsters we encountered, Your Grace. Flaming, screaming scarecrows and mud piles, and I'm sure the prince will relate to you everything. But I have, and the prince fought quite bravely, I saw, and we all were able to overcome these supernatural monstrosities on the way back. And prior to that, I was told that this group discovered the prince, who had been kidnapped by bandits and rescued the prince.
Una, roll stealth.
The word bandit.
Okay.
Line.
Oh, thankfully I'm good at stealth, because that's a 22.
Okay,
Okay.
the queen doesn't hear you whisper it, and anything else you whisper, she won't hear either.
Keep it coming. The prince has been at least twice saved from danger, Your Grace, and returned to Your Royal Highness.
Very good. Roll persuasion.
Or performance?
Persuasion.
Better at performance.
It's not a performance yet.
12.
Good enough. Okay, now I understand you want your noble titles back. I understand you want to be a lead in a play, but I need to have my questions answered. Before I do, who is this very dirty fellow down near the floor?
This is Hassam. Please, Hassam, Your Majesty. He's a young man who is traveling with us and assisted in helping keep the prince safe.
Well, this sounds like quite a tale, of which I know nothing yet. So, would one among you please tell me, who kidnapped my son and why?
I'll leave it to yes. I can help if you want. Yeah. I came upon these two fighting some bandits that had the prince in their possession. Swarthy characters. Grim of countenance.
Roll deception.
Oop,
But you can add a d4.
Oh, that's right.
Wait, what did he roll originally?
5 plus 5, 10. So, yeah, I'll add a d4.
I guided
Guidance.
him. Like, they had swords.
The inspiration point that you used, you got it back from the other inspiration, so you still have an inspiration. And
18.
great. And you two have inspiration?
I do.
Okay, so don't forget. And also, don't forget, you have that globe.
I know.
Oh, God.
I contemplated it on the road.
So-
Let it ride.
So, yes, so who kidnapped my son and why? You
Bandits.
found some, you came upon them.
I came upon the battle as it happened in the road. I'm not sure who the bandits were. They didn't appear to have any markings in their clothing, their armor. They were dressed.
You did not think to capture one?
They fought back bravely, Your Highness. They fought to the death.
Are you telling me that a group of bandits kidnapped my son out of the window of his bedroom?
I'm not sure what before. We didn't see the kidnapping happen. Perhaps the prince can enlighten me.
Una, is he telling the truth?
Yeah. Like maybe a splinter group.
What?
Somebody said earlier that it was
A splinter group of a bandit group? It's a simple yes or no question, Una. Is he telling the truth?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Roll
Inside her head.
roll deception.
That's what happened. Shit. Oh, this is about to go badly. I'm not that deceptive. That's a 4.
Okay, that doesn't work. The queen looks puzzled. So, this noble who wants his noble house back has told me that my son was kidnapped by bandits who were not sent by anyone, had no markings on them, nothing to define them from any source. This group of bandits stole my son, and you killed them all. Now, I can tell by Una's behavior that something is not true about this story. Daphne, what am I missing?
Well,
What happened?
as my friend said, we were not there when the kidnapping happened, but we were set upon by bandits who had the prince, and we had to fight very, very hard. I can heal people, but so I was very busy doing this. I am also, I don't know the politics, the symbology in Greater Elenia, so I did not recognize anything. That is what I know.
Roll deception.
Okay.
Okay. She looks at Valentis and says, Valentis, I sent you with these people. Oh shit. He's got deception +5.
Hey!
Valentis, I sent you with these people to bring back my son. What happened after? What happened after you and Una went into the woods? So Valentis says, well, it was simply this, Your Majesty. We went into the woods. We were attacked by a bear. Our two parties joined together and became one. We followed the poison, which Daphne here very deftly laid out little raven symbols to help us find. Once our party was united after being scattered by a bear, we fought valiantly against bandits. We tracked the prince and the bandits through the forest, and we fought them. And we saved the prince from them and brought them back. Obviously, with my disability, I didn't do too much, but these brave warriors 2, who were joined by warrior 3, saved the prince. And on our way back, we were joined by these 2 fellows. Queen Aoife looks at Finn and says, "Finn, is this true?"
Yeah.
He's got a persuasion +5. What's his deception? Oh, his deception's +3.
Does that work with your mother?
The prince is like, "Yes, mother. That is what happened." You feel like this is about to go south. You can tell. Do you do anything?
I'm a little rusty. What I can do I can.
That sounds entertaining.
Yeah.
So what do you start doing?
I maybe start, if you give me leave, Your Highness, I would like to say a few words. I on the way back I composed some verse that I think could be fitting in a future play of the valiant efforts that I witnessed and partook of, and maybe try to adapt something.
So the queen, like, she's going from each of you to each of you. She's suspicious about what Una said, so she asks Daphne. Daphne starts to calm her down, and then she listens to Valentis. Valentis convinces her, but then her son is suspicious, so she's really not sure what's happening. So as the son is like, "Oh, yes, mother, that is the truth," in an English accent, you suddenly start reciting a poem. The poem that you have written of the whole journey.
Well, yes, of the
You've
battle.
been composing
Yes.
in your head.
Yes.
So
it's
roll
a bit of a
performance.
rough draft, but you know.
Workshopping it.
Yeah. Improvise.
Okay, well, not the best roll, but 15 with my bonus.
Well done.
I'm settling in for your performance.
Okay. So I talk about the beastly encounter that we witnessed and the valiant fighting of the prince and Valentis and the compatriots against the scarecrows and the mud creatures, and I give it all my flourishes, everything I can, drawing from whatever kind of battle plays that I'm familiar with.
So in your tale, you also tell of how the druid Hasum joined the party and fought valiantly against the scarecrows. You tell of your being out on an errand and running into them and helping save everyone. And you tell of their travails in rescuing the prince from bandits. In your poem, you also cleverly remember to mention that no one knows where the bandits come from, that they all were killed, and that none of them had a signifying mark on them, and the prince is home safe.
Yes.
And the queen claps her hands. "Ha ha! Very good. Perhaps you will have your turn as a lead at the Muse of Fire Theater one day." What a beautiful poem. And finally, someone speaking clearly. You are very good at fighting and adventuring, but in telling a story, you are all perhaps, well, I'm glad I know the truth now. Daphne, roll insight.
All right. 17.
The queen is happy and clapping. She's happy to have her son back. She's telling you that she believes your tale, but when you look at her real closely, you can tell that she actually doesn't believe you. But she's acting like she does. So now she says, "Wonderful. Here is the plan, all of you. It is nighttime, of course, and it is time for you to get a long rest. I'm sure that you have expended yourselves to a great degree in defending my son from a group of bandits who apparently were on high positions, shooting with pistols and archery bows, and there was a crazy hooded person with pistols that you also slain valiantly. Apparently she was very ugly. And as a very wonderful tale that you have spun for me. It is nighttime, so you'll have a long rest, and during the day tomorrow, I am going to tell the entire court to come for a brunch ball. We're going to have the finest of palace balls at brunch tomorrow to celebrate your amazing victory in bringing my son home. I am very glad to have my son home, she says. And then she says, she looks at you, and then she looks at how dirty her son is, and then she looks at how dirty you are, and then she looks around at you, you're all spackled with mud and everything, and she says,
Looking pretty good.
she says, you look great. She says, I don't think any of you is properly suited to attend a royal palace brunch tomorrow. And when I say suited, I mean properly dressed. So I will have the royal tailor visit you in your chambers to make you the outfit of your dreams for tomorrow. All you need to do is describe what you would like to have made for you. So the tailor will come to tonight before you go to sleep. You'll describe to him what you want him to make, and in the morning you will have the most royal, luscious robes for these heroes of my kingdom who have brought my beautiful son home to me. And Finn pipes up and says, Mother, I would like to keep them around as I would like to keep them around as security, for none have helped me as much as they. And the queen is like, I'm going to have to think about that. But let us celebrate your return, my son. So, oh yeah, what did I want to find out? We got this. Okay, so we want to celebrate you. We're gonna have a brunch ball. What am I forgetting? Oh yeah, I remember now. So, Laura, you didn't Facebook me back. Did we end up deciding that you were in jail, as I was saying? Yeah. Okay. So the queen says, "Bring me my chest of gifts," and they bring in the chest of gifts, and she says, "As you were promised, you wanted your freedom from this vessel, and of course that requires gold. So as we mentioned, here are your 600 gold pieces. And you are freed from jail."
You have your freedom.
A cultural misunderstanding.
You are freed from our prisons. No gold for you. Now, these three, you have your life. That is enough. Now these three, I don't know them. Sir, how much did he contribute to the mission?
Well, greatly, Your Grace. Very much. He also, I might say, fought so valiantly. I think he took on a lot of the
the damage that was directed at the group, and it still lived to tell the tale and destroyed many of the evil creatures that were turned, that were.
And he protected my son?
Oh yes.
Roll
yes.
persuasion.
Thank you. 11. 5 plus 6. Yeah.
Well, I will take this into account. That you say you want your noble titles back?
Yes.
Hmm.
Your Majesty.
Well, we will see how you acquit yourself at the brunch ball tomorrow. And
I'm at your service, Your Majesty.
And you, sir, only person who knows how to talk. How much did he help in the battle?
He fought fiercely, Your Grace. I've never seen a halfling do the things that this halfling did.
Roll persuasion. She says 300 gold pieces for you. And just drops 300 gold pieces on you.
Did I mention I'm your agent?
Yeah, right.
And you say that you also participated in saving my son from these creatures?
Your Grace, yes, I did what I could.
I did like your poem. Roll persuasion.
Uh, 21.
600 gold pieces for you.
Whoa! Oh,
He's a very likable character. Wonderful. Well, I'm glad you've all received your rewards. I haven't forgotten any, have I? Okay, you all have your rewards. Would you like me to stop thinking about making you return to your house?
I'm excited for the brunch.
Okay, you've all received your rewards. You will be taken to your chambers. The royal tailor will visit you over the course of the evening. And
Can I ask one more thing, Your Grace? I have just an errand I must do for my family. Is there a way for me to do that, or someone who could take something to my father's house? My mother is.
someone
not feeling
comes.
well.
Someone comes up behind her. And you would like something brought to your family?
I just need this packet of medicine and some sweet cakes delivered to my mother. Yes.
Yes,
That's
please
much
tell
more
me
than
your entire physical address and zip code. So she gives it to the messenger, and this messenger person just runs off with it. Of course, absolutely. And now to your rooms for a nice long rest.
All right.
End of session.
Sweet.